Knucklehead Comics Tuesday is fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
No, man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall
Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit. That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
What's going on, everybody? It's fucking Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's wrestling. It's Knucklehead Comics. Last week we was wrestling, but this week we gonna do some shit. We got plenty of shit to talk about. We got a little surprise for y'all. We got some news. We got some bangers. We got Cap. What's going on, Cap?
Not much, man. Hopefully people would show up, because when they leave us alone, we argue.
That's right.
We argue.
That's right. Appreciate you, Dupree. Quality content. Woo. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. We try, man. We try. We passionate about our shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to follow us on social media. The links are down below. Go to knucklehead.com. You get your gear or the other bullshit. You know, the higher ups are making me do it. I'm the higher up, but fuck you anyway. All right. But yeah, man, yo, we're supposed to be having some moderators tonight, some referees tonight. They're running late. They're munching on some good food. I'm pretty sure they're gonna let us know what food they got. They got Burger King 6 for $1.
Yo, they're in the back in gorilla position, ready to blow both quads as they run down to the ring
to save us. They gotta save us from ourselves. Fucking yo, but listen, man, it's the last Tuesday of the week, so we gotta make it. We gotta make it popping. We gotta make this one last.
You're that kind of guy. To me, it's
What?
the first Tuesday of the week.
Hey, man, whether it's the first or the last, we making that popping. It's the best fucking Tuesday of the week. It's the best day of the fucking week. When we get to talk about comics, we get to talk about DC, we get to talk about Henry Cavill, we get to talk about James Gunn, we get to talk about Gal Gadot, we get to talk about regular dots, all that shit going and coming in this motherfucker. Shit, before we get to that, is there anything you want to talk about outside of the James Gunn, Henry Cavill shit in terms of DC? I mean, in terms of comics.
Well, so the only thing that I wanted to bring up, the two things actually. One, I had made a mention. Cabs had given us an update from time to time about him playing. Was it Gotham Knights or not Gotham Knights? The
Yeah, the shit.
new game, the new Batman game, or where you play with everybody except Batman. It's Gotham something.
Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Gotham Knights. All right. So, and then I had mentioned that I was gonna buy Marvel's Midnight Suns. Well, I'm happy to report that Midnight Suns is actually a fucking good game. It's actually a really fun game, deep combat system. The customization is deep enough that it makes you care about it, that it makes you, get into it. The deck building's pretty cool, putting all your cards together. Once I figured out actually how to play, because I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning, I sucked. I couldn't do a goddamn thing. But now that I figured out different strategies and how to use different cards, this game's addictive. I play it all the time. I love this. Probably one of my top 10 games. Definitely underneath Elden Ring. This is game right there this year. Second best this year. And that's including NBA 2K, WWE 2K, and any other game that I might have jumped in and out of.
Any other game 2K. All them shits. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching you play the game, and it seems dope. It's definitely on the side that if you're into like Magic or the turn-based fighting and all that, it's pretty dope. But the graphics on the shit is crazy. I like the character. You can make your own character. You can do all that other stuff.
I can never figure out where the fuck the camera is.
There you
is
go.
That better?
Yeah.
So the guy in the middle is my guy, the Hunter. And then you got Ghost Rider, Robbie, and then Iron Man, Tony. Those are just a few characters. But that's what my guy looks like right now.
Yeah, I didn't get to make a guy because I don't play it, but it does look dope. The suits that you get looks fucking dope. You could create all that other shit on there.
Yeah, right now, I just build up enough friendship with Magic and with Nico, two of the characters, to unlock a challenge so they can get their Midnight Suns costume. So the costume I'm wearing is the high-tech one. It's the one that Tony Stark makes me.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different costumes. I got a symbiote one for when I fought Venom. They took a piece of the symbiote and made a fucking costume for me. They got the regular one that's like my D&D armor, because this dude's back in the fucking olden times. It's like 300 years ago he was around. So they got that suit of armor. They got the Midnight Suns armor, the light armor. It's a whole bunch of different shit you can do.
That's dope. Has the story from the game, has that been a storyline in the comics?
So, yes and no. The original Midnight Suns formed because Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch, the first two Ghost Riders, had to stop Lilith, the mother of demons, who was released. So they put together a team to go fuck her up and put her back. This game, again, the Hydra found Lilith, the mother of demons, and they released her. The only difference is this time you're released in our modern time, where Johnny Blaze has already given up the Ghost Rider. It's Robbie now. And they made a new character, which is the Hunter, which is the one you play. And you're the child of Lilith. And in the game, you can either make a male or female. So you're whatever you want to make, you can make. My guy without the mask kind of looks like this, because no point for me to make a character if I don't look like me.
Yeah, you look like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's dope.
The only thing I can't do is I can't do the two-tone facial hair. So
not yet. Your character gotta get old enough. Technically it ages slow. So
yeah. The funnest part is actually the cultivating friendships. Because you would think you just go in there and say, like, they give you prompts. You think you would pick, let me pick this prompt because it seems like the nicest to make friends. But it's not. You got to actually go in there and pick the correct prompt for the person you're talking to and the personality they have, and even the conversation that you're having with them. Not what they want to. You can't just pick what you think they would want to hear. You actually got to try to pick the correct thing to say to them.
Yeah.
Which is cool, because if you pick the wrong thing, you start losing friendship points. And then they turn around and like, yo, I don't think you get it. Like,
Shit. That's kind of dope. And I've been seeing you trying to make friends with Blade, but that shit ain't happening.
nah, me and Blade are cool. The so right now the two top friendships I have are Magic and Nico. And I don't want to get too storyline into it, but there's a storyline reason and why I picked those two specifically. The next two are Cap, because of course I'm gonna fucking make friends with Cap.
Word.
Me and him were chilling out just fishing the other day. And actually Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Cause it's the fucking warrior thing when you play. Like, it's just so easy to make friends with them. I think my least friendship that I have is with Doctor Strange. It's because literally he's boring. Even his moveset is he's more support. So if you got to do something when he's on the mission, because certain missions you get to pick anybody you want. Certain missions they give you a person and then you pick the other two. So you can literally play a mission without your character in it. But I never do that because, again, what the fuck's the point?
Because don't you upgrade your character when you go on missions?
You get shit, you get shit to upgrade, then you can level up. I just unlocked a feature where in the training room, I can go into Limbo. It's a portal that Magic can open up and go in there and train and level up. But I'm actually having to go into the fucking missions and shit.
Okay, that's dope. What up, Big Fool? Chilling, man. Chilling. How you doing, man? It's been a while, Big Fool. Come over here with this shit. With your shit. We been chilling, man. You know, same shit, different day.
What's up, man?
But yeah, the next movie for Marvel is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep.
Right? The
WrestleMania.
Quantumania, right?
Yep.
And then there's nothing in between that, right? That's the next thing for Disney. There's no show. There's no.
Well, Disney just is putting out other shit right now. Willow's out. The National Treasure show is out. So they got other shit that they're working on. Okay. I think Marvel has said that they're actually going to try to cut back on some of the shit that they were doing and focus more on quality over quantity.
I mean,
but that I don't think that has been a substantiated report.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that only makes sense if there's one person doing everything. Like, if there's one person making 50 cakes, all right, make the best cakes you can. You don't have to make 50. Make like fucking 25.
Yeah,
but if there's 50 people making one cake, what are you gonna do? Well, you guys stop making the cake so this guy can make a better cake. Like,
but all right, so that goes to the visual arts, the visual effects artists, because it's a collective that are all doing the Marvel shit, and they literally have to fucking stop working on one. Wherever it is, leave it. Go work on the next one because that one's coming out next, and this one's too far down the pipe. So it's more than just, hey, we got 15 different teams working on 15 different projects. Nah. So we got like 8 different teams working on 15 different projects.
Shit. Well, then they need to do it better. Stop fucking around.
Yo, if you want it done better, then you got to be like James Cameron and only make a movie every 20 years and wait for the technology to catch up to you.
Why I feel like that was the Star Wars reference? Oh, no, that's Avatar. Yeah, wait until the technology catches up with you. Yeah, whatever. The story done passed already. In between Avatar and Avatar Wonder of Water, Circle of Life, we had 10 Fast and the Furious fucking movies. We had 20 years of Marvel movies. We had Air Bud 1, 2, and 3.
That was actually before that, but all right.
I know, but I'm just saying we don't need another Avatar movie. We didn't need it then. We don't need it now. It's like that's like making another fucking Batman movie.
See, they take it too long. This argument's about to start up again.
Word. My man said he was gonna be here at 9:15, and he's not here to moderate this fucking argument and shit. And I'm telling you right now, I don't give a shit what they fucking say. I don't want to hear another fucking Batman movie about some bullshit without no fucking penguin in there, and we got fucking Cavs in the building.
What time is it? What time is it? I'm a minute late. I'm
gonna start calling you show cabs.
Nah.
What's going on, Dumb Marks?
Nah, that's disrespectful, Sammy. What's good, fellas? Man, damn, I'm sorry, bro. I hate starting a new sales job. Fucking training be vicious.
I hear you, bro.
But we here, bro. We here. Ah, man, there's so much going on right now. Y'all hear all this shit going on with The Rock and...
Yep.
We're about to talk about it all.
All right, so where did I come into, bro?
We waited for you. We was just bullshitting.
Just finished talking about Midnight Suns.
You been playing?
Hell yeah, dude. I love that game.
That game is fantastic. I haven't been able to play it. I didn't get it because, you know, the new job, I had some other shit happening. So I just been real like, you know, I've been playing some other stuff. So shit's been crazy, but I've been watching my boy Ed play. Yo, I didn't know that they were gonna have environmental moves and shit, bro. Like you could, I didn't know that. Like I thought it was just, you know, you hit your player. There's like I could hit you into another player. Like I was like, yo, like nah. Game is fresh.
My favorite thing to do is build up enough hero points. So I run out of cards to play, but I can use those points to activate the environment around me, so I can still fuck around and hit people before my turn ends.
Fucking Venom, bro, shows up everywhere. I love it. He's the best, bro.
He's not the only one.
Oh, so there's more like that? I just be pulling up?
Yo, once you encounter a villain the first time and like fight him for the first mini boss shit, then random missions, you're out here doing some shit, and then they pop up, and you're like, fuck, because no spoilers, but you have to kill a main villain twice.
So many games, so little
and then
time.
He gets up 100% health, and you gotta hit him again.
So many games, such little time, bro. It's insane. It's like back in the day, you had so much time to play video games, but no money. Now you got all the money. I could buy any game I want. Don't got the time, bro. Shit is crazy. But once training slows down here, what I do like about this job is that they're not out to have you throw your life away for this place. They're like, yo, when the job is over, log out, rest, come back, do it the next day. Don't work on Saturdays. You got a booking for Saturday, get it Monday. So it's like, it's a lot more relaxed atmosphere. So once training is over, the problem is so this is an Arizona-based company. So it's
the time difference.
It's 10 to 7. For me, us here, that's 12 to 9. So that's what's really messing me up. So by the time I get off, take a shower, eat, it's already 10 fucking 30. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. But I'm here. Training is over June 5th, I want to say. So everything's
June or July?
January.
June, or we're gonna make it longer and go to July. Say another word, Cabs. Say another word. We'll take this motherfucking shit to April.
I can't talk. Clearly, you see what I'm going through, son. I can't talk.
It's not only you. I can never fucking say January.
Facts.
I always hit every other fucking J except for January.
Facts,
you know why? Because the DC people are already fucking up shit for James Gunn. Now they fucking up your months.
Yo, can I tell you something? I think exactly what I didn't want to happen with The Rock joining is exactly what happened. My man was trying to take over. My man came in trying to take over, making his own shit. He was the one that pushed for Henry to pull up.
Yep.
Yo, Dude, let's get into it, man.
my bad,
'cause
yeah.
I got some shit.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
please.
Yeah, you need about 6 months training for vibranium. You can't let that vibration
Shit.
shock you and shit.
It feels like vibranium, bro.
Yo.
It does, man. It's just crazy.
At the end of this training, they're gonna be calling cabs Google Gun.
Google Gun. Yo, I gotta watch that shit again, bro. I haven't been doing shit but training and some video games in there. The Street Fighter 6 beta came out over the weekend.
Yo, speaking of beta, we just pre-ordered Diablo 4 so we can play the beta.
I'm on that shit. I'm on that. So let me know. That is gonna be like the whole crew fuck with that. Fern, Ed, all of them, they fuck with that. We're gonna be all heavy. Yo, we destroyed Diablo 3.
Dude, I've beaten Diablo 3 like 6 times.
We
I've beaten twice
destroyed-
by myself, twice with Vin, once
Wait.
with Vin, twice with my friends. Like,
Because I never really did Diablo. What was the game that they introduced the Necromancer class, or is that all of them?
no,
That was the
so-
last one.
The last one.
The last one had Necromancer class, but that was, I think Diablo 1 and 2 had something similar.
I
Diablo
played the
3 was
latest
first
one.
time.
I played the latest one that bought out the Necromancer DLC.
Yeah.
And yo, for like a good 2-3 months, dog, we wilded out on that game. Am I
Yep.
too bright? Am I looking high?
You're a little bright.
Yeah.
I'm a little bright. I'm a little bright.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to reset your if you got to open up your Logitech software or
Yeah.
something like that, but you know.
You good? This country likes to whitewash shit. You good?
So before we get into the hate,
My bad.
before we get into the hate, Cabs, did you check your mail recently? Did you get anything in the mail?
I haven't, bro. I haven't even checked my fucking mail, dog.
Okay, well, all right. So I asked Lay. He said he didn't get none yet, but I gave them his mom's address. But yesterday I got something in the mail from previously on X-Men, and this is the fucking cover sheet of the original 1992 fucking
Is that what they sent
screenplay.
us?
Yes, this is what they sent. The screenplay of the first episode of the animated series.
Dog.
And it's signed by the dude who played Wolverine and then Eric and Julia. Matter of fact, let me make this.
Dog. That's so baller, bro.
Yeah, and then in the back it says this is a copy of the.
Oh my God. I'm going to check the mail tomorrow, fam.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Man, shout out to those people, man. Them people is just beautiful people, bro. Beautiful souls, man. God damn.
Yeah, man, that shit was. I saw that. I saw that in the mail. I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I said, "Oh, I have previously on X-Men." Every time I say it, I gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? I open this shit up. I'm like, "Oh, okay, we got some shit."
I've been saying that shit too, bro. I've been saying it too.
Nah, hey, shit, we gotta get a fucking picture frame or some shit to throw that shit in there.
That's so good, bro. Wow. I didn't think that's what they was gonna send.
Me neither. I thought they were gonna send like a hat or a shirt or something.
Yeah. That's really baller, bro.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
They just sent us a piece of history, fam.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm a collector. I'm framing that shit.
Word.
I'm framing that shit. Wow. That is. Yo, what's up, Normal? Yeah, the Rams are eliminated. Are you surprised? Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp. You know what they did? Sorry for going sports talk. They blew the bank on a championship. That happens a lot, man. People blow the bank on a championship and they eat shit for the next 2-3 years. Hopefully they could get a nice quarterback to stay with them. They can't draft a quarterback. I don't think they have enough draft picks to get a rookie or anything. So it's gonna be rough for the Rams.
Didn't they give away their draft pick?
That's what I'm saying. They try to get Matt Staff. It's not gonna. I don't know, man. It's just gonna be kind of whack for them.
Fuck that, yo! I'll trade everything for a championship.
Absolutely, you're supposed to. You do that. You trade everything away for one championship.
Yo,
There's teams that don't even got that. So
since we're on the topic, I actually didn't finish in last place in our fantasy football thing.
I just got kicked out the playoffs, dog. To be fair, though, I had a really rough season. I didn't even deserve to be in the playoffs. I snuck in on some real lucky shit, and then the fantasy god showed me, like, yeah, you snuck in there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been in there at all. So don't feel bad.
I played spoiler. The person who was at the top of me and Toe's division was number 1 almost the entire time, and then I won last week, beat her, and now she's down in the shit tournament with us.
The Burger Bowl.
Yo,
I went up and dragged her down like I was fucking Ghost Rider with the chain.
Cabs. Last week and the week before I lost by 2.6 points. Last week I lost by 1.4 points.
Damn, Toe.
Because Lamar Jackson couldn't get one more fucking snap, and they couldn't protect this fucking guy for one more pass to Hopkins. One more 5-yard pass to Hopkins out of fucking one. No, they gotta sack him 6 fucking times.
Damn, that's true. That's tough, brother.
But I'm not in last place. I just dug myself out of last place.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you see yourselves doing fantasy football again next year?
Fuck no.
I hear that. I respect that. Dog, I respect that.
Yo.
It's weird because I'm out of the playoffs, but that also, like, yeah, it sucks. But in a weird way, I got so much going on with the new job and my parents is down here from New York. I got so much going on that I'm actually like, I could chill and do some shit. I would take all the stress in the world to still be in the playoffs. I'm not gonna deny that. But the fact that I'm not there, I can finally focus on some other shit. Cause dog, fantasy football takes up a lot of my life.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't care if I won the fucking championship this year. I left sports behind for a reason. And then being involved in this,
it just reminded you.
It reminded me how much I'm like, you know what? I can live without this shit in my life.
We got a few buddies, that used to play with us. And they're like, nah, bro, I'm just never gonna do fantasy football again. And I'm like, yo, I respect that. But I just love fantasy football, dog. I love fantasy football so much. And I know, like, people be like, damn, John, you sound mad stressed. Do you even have fun? Have a fucking blast doing it. A blast.
Hey, more power to you, man.
I just hate getting fucked, bro.
I hate the fact, what I hate the most is I hate watching a game and sitting there going, this motherfucker didn't throw to my guy. This is fucking bullshit. And I'm like, yo, this is, dude, do you know how I won my last game? This is my starting team. I started the quarterback of the Giants, the running back of the Giants, every wide receiver the Giants had, the tight end for the Giants, the kicker for the Giants, the defense for the Giants. So that way I could just watch the fucking Giant game and be happy.
I hear you. But that's my secret. I don't watch the games. I only watch games where I do not have anyone in, which is kind of rare to find on some weeks. Or I usually just like watch a game where I know the person that's going to be in that game on my team, like, is going to do well, usually like a quarterback. Although I had Justin Herbert this year, which I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I don't watch games, bro. I'm going to start watching football now. Deadass. Don't watch the games.
Yo,
especially
you know
if
what,
you got people in there.
You know what the crazy shit is? I'm actually used to the stress because I'm a Jets fan. So it's kind of like the same shit. I'm watching the Jets play. I had Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver, and Knight is the running back. And every time the big play happened to Wilson, they take him off the field. And not because he's my guy, just because he's the only fucking wide receiver that can catch the ball. I'm like, why are you taking him off the fucking field?
I'm going to tell you something right now, man. If Breece Hall would have still been up and y'all had Mike White, that'd be a very dangerous Jets team. This is the best the Jets have looked in a long time. I respect it. I'll give y'all that. Garrett Wilson, stud. Lock that in.
Yeah.
But the real stud that y'all got right now is Sauce Gardner. He's legit. You look, speak to me, people like me and Krills, we don't like to give too much props to athletes first year because that shit could all just die off. But Sauce Gardner is looking real deal, bro. That kid is looking vicious. Like,
he is, yeah.
If y'all could figure out the quarterback situation,
I think we got a quarterback in Mike White.
I think I got a quarterback in Mike White. The thing that sucks about Breece Hall, those ACL injuries fuck up your current year and your next year. Look at Saquon. Saquon had the injury, healed, came back, had an off year, but made it. And then this year he started really popping off up until the end. So like it sucks, them injuries, you'll never be the same. But Breece Hall's young enough that he'll bounce back.
Oh yeah. And yo, fucking Knight is looking good also.
Bam Knight is looking good.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, dude, when we get a full fucking healthy team, we got a quarterback and potentially 4 fucking running backs.
Mike
4
White is
good running
legit,
backs.
dog. Mike White, and he been legit since last year.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, you paid for a rookie, you gotta play him. But to be honest, I'd rather y'all put in Joe Flacco than Zach Wilson.
Yo, to be honest with you, yeah. He when he came back those first 3 games, he was good. And then he turned into a child. He turned into a little child. And you can even tell.
Entitled.
Even though this isn't a sports fucking podcast, I'm still gonna fucking say this. You can tell that the Jets defense do not play the same when Zach Wilson's on the field. When Mike White was on the field against the Vikings, they were smacking motherfuckers.
Yo, but not only that, like Mike White legit had like punctured lungs and broken ribs and still finished the game.
Yep.
The defense, look at that. Especially when it's from a quarterback, because you know, quarterbacks has this, quarterbacks don't get dirty, and you know, quarterbacks are babies, and you can't hit a quarterback. My man was like, nah, I'm finishing this game. And he would have played last game, but the doctor was like, no, chill. So the defense fuck with Mike White.
Oh, yeah.
I think all of New York fuck with Mike White.
Yo, seriously. He's
I
my
like
quarterback.
Mike White. Bro, last year, when he came in, some of the best production for Elijah Moore. Oh, let's not talk about Elijah Moore. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Nah, man. Yo, he wasn't one of my players, but I do. He makes plays, but also drops the fucking ball. I don't know.
Bro, I had a horrible draft. Bro, the only reason I made it into the playoffs because of Justin Jefferson. But then my next pick was Kamara, which I did end up trading for T. Higgins, but I drafted him. My next after that was DeAndre Swift. My next after that was Justin Herbert. My next after that was Dalton Schultz. The next one after that was J.K. Dobbins, but I picked them up just because it's like I knew I already had 2 running backs, so let me stash this kid just in case he come back and starts killing it, which he did, but got injured again. My next pick after that was Marquise Brown, which killed it, but had a horrible injury. Then it was Ayuk and Elijah Moore. Bro, the only good picks that I made this year was the Cowboys defense, Kenneth Walker, and Justin Jefferson. Those guys got me to the playoffs. I had a horrible draft, bro. And it's like on paper, my team was lit, but it wasn't.
I know exactly how you feel. On paper, my team was lit too. You know how many people I tell them who I got on my team and like, how the fuck are you losing? Said they quit on me, man.
Yeah.
They quit on me.
Yeah.
I had Jamar Chase. I had fucking Mike. Yo, I held on to Mike Williams from the Rams? Is it the Rams from the Chargers? Since I drafted him, I held on to him, and then I put him in the last game, and Garrett Wilson did better than him. I was like, I don't know why I Jerry Jeudy. Every time I sat him down, he wanted to play.
That's Russell Wilson's fault, man. Did you sit him down for those 3 touchdowns? That 3 touchdown game, you sat him down? Yeah,
he had 30. He had like 30 points on the bench.
I can't even be mad at you, fam. Let me fix the slide a little bit. I can't even be mad at you. It's been a weird season, dog.
Yeah.
It's been weird. But DC.
Yo, let's run through all the shit that happened from last week, or that started the argument last week to now.
Okay, please.
Cap, you want to get us started with this shit?
So go over the rumors again, or
let's go over the rumors. Let's go over what he debunked, and then talk about the new shit and what he debunked, and then.
So the rumors were supposed to be that he was working on a Henry Cavill movie for a new Superman with Henry Cavill. That was debunked. The rumor, which turned out to be true, was Wonder Woman 3 is no longer happening.
I could have seen that.
Me too.
There was shit. What the fuck else did we argue about?
The movies that are already coming out, Joker 2. Well,
Yeah. So the movies that are already coming out, they're still being made. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything with them. New rumor is that they're trying to now center around the Robert Pattinson Batman. That's why they want to get a younger Superman in there.
The Aquaman shit and Lobo.
Oh yeah, Lobo. He's gonna quit Aquaman and become Lobo. That has not been substantiated.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You know what? I feel great because if Chris Evans can turn around and stop being Johnny Storm and then be Cap, Momoa can stop being Aquaman, which he's nothing like. And
No. I actually feel like he's a better fit for Lobo than Aquaman, personally. My whole thing is so we really just knew 52 in the DCEU.
That's what I'd have done.
So what happened was James Gunn spoke with Patty Jenkins, Henry Cavill, and now Dwayne Johnson, and has told all three of them that their plans do not fit in what he's doing. So Cavill's gone, Jenkins
my
gone,
man said,
Rock's
"Fuck
gone.
off."
I'm not gonna lie. As sad as I am about Cavill, I couldn't care less about The Rock and Black Adam. No offense, Rock.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie. It was fun, but I knew you was gonna do it. You tried to take over. You tried to big dick it. You got Cavill in the movie for no reason now, because that happened. They gassed us up for no reason. Now everything is shelved. But other than that, I like it. Fuck it. Things clearly have not been working the way that they've been planned to work in the DCEU. So let's see what James Gunn could come in and do, bro. Like I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
You know why I'm not mad that The Rock's gone as Black Adam? Because if they really want another Black Adam, we can always get Ryan Gosling.
Is that in the talks? Yo, I didn't know. Simu Liu, Shang-Chi was in the Barbie movie. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you would know that if, and I say this as a fan of him, if he'd shut the fuck up a little bit more on Twitter and just promoted the shit he was in.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just saw him post an Instagram picture not too long ago. I'm like, oh shit, you in this? Because most of the time he is talking shit. Someone got to take away Simu Liu's social media, bro. I agree with you, Cap. My man be...
Yo, because he went after, if we're doing rumors all around, we'll get more into
let's go. Let's get into the rumors.
But Quentin Tarantino turned around and said that there are no more movie stars, that Marvel killed the movie star, and people don't go to see Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. They go to see Captain America and Iron Man.
You know, Falcon said this. Falcon said the same thing.
Yeah, Simu jumped in and said, got at him, and it's like, dude, what he said. If you read the whole context of what he's saying, he didn't turn around and go, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans fucking suck, and Marvel sucked the soul out of. He just said that Marvel focused more on the characters that they were playing rather than the actors playing them. So people are going to see the character.
They are.
Not the actor necessarily, which makes fucking perfect sense because I'm sorry, Simu, you did great as Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi is my one or two. I keep flipping on where I like it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's good.
So I'm a fucking champion for you.
It's good.
But sorry, you could have put any fucking dude in there to be Shang-Chi.
You could have gotten somebody else. I agree.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I agree.
It's at the point where Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. There's no one else that can play Iron Man. If you bring Iron Man back, it got to be in a different dimension or Tom Cruise.
There's three people that you can't touch in the MCU. But see, Iron Man, Captain America,
and Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest,
the real third one is Killmonger, right? But see, I disagree with that simply because Rhodey, War Machine was changed.
Yeah, but that's
and it worked out.
Who the fuck cares about
Bruce
that?
Yeah,
Banner.
that-
Bruce Banner was changed, and it worked
Well,
out.
well,
A
that
lot
was-
of
that was-
people, people talk some shit about that. Well, they talk shit about the Hulk, not Bruce Banner. You're right.
But what I'm saying is,
You're right.
I'm pretty sure that you can make fucking changes, and as long as you don't fuck up the character, not too many people are gonna care. Because
I
let's
think
be
you have an
honest,
uphill battle with Iron Man and Captain America, though. You might have an uphill battle with it. You could do it, sure, but you might have an uphill battle for sure.
dude, an uphill battle with what?
well,
All you have to, you got to remember two things. One, RDJ is old.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, we don't want to Indiana Jones this shit where the motherfucker's 85 still
No.
fucking putting on the suit.
Listen. I get what you're saying. It's just stupid people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know me. I'm the most forgiving person when it comes to the MCU. I'm gonna go and watch, but there's gonna be people. Look at what happened with The Witcher. They're done with that show. I know it's a little different because he carried the show, so it's a little different. You know,
Hold on.
but
There's a difference
there is.
in
There
that
is.
because had he had left under different terms, or had he had turned around and be like, guys, I want to do this show for 7 years, but I was just told I'm playing Superman and I can't do both, so I have to leave. But here's my other replacement. It wouldn't have been such a big deal. They would have said Liam Hemsworth, and people would have been like, all right, let's see what he's got before, like the general public, not the idiots,
Sure.
would have been like, let's see what he's got
Sure.
beforehand. But the way he left so tumultuously,
Yeah.
and now for no reason, because did you know that Henry Cavill is reportedly fired Danny Garcia? I don't know what her name is, but The Rock's former wife, who's the
Well,
head of $7.
it would be
Fi-
Johnson if
he fired her.
Yeah, apparently that was his manager, and now this whole thing, the reports are that he got rid of her as the manager.
Oh, because of everything that happened.
Yeah, because he was basically used as a pawn.
I believe
Yeah.
this. I believe that.
yeah, two things real quick. One, based off of all the Batman movies we saw, it depends on who you get to replace Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans, because I believe that Sam Wilson is Captain America now. Like, if you get the essence of the character and that actor is strong enough to give you the essence of the character, we'll buy that this is a new Captain America.
But he's not.
It's
the
like
new
we're getting
Steve
Captain
Rogers,
America.
though,
No,
you
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, we'll buy this is Steve Rogers because
For
you're
sure.
giving us Steve Rogers. Like Batman, all the Batmans is like, all right, this fucking guy, he played a pretty good Batman. You know, we're not running out of the movies like that wasn't fucking
That wasn't Christian Bale.
It was a Christian Bale. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They didn't show his origin story. This isn't a real Batman. That we was complaining about Riddler not having any kind of fucking green and looking like a fucking sex addict that was retarded. But
That's a good description.
yeah. And then we had technically 5 different Jokers with the TV show, the Jack Nicholson, Joaquin Phoenix, Heath Ledger, and Jared Leto, and all of them, like Jared Leto
Cesar
sucked.
Romero is the
Yeah.
TV one, by the way.
Cesar Romero, there you go. Yeah,
Shout out to Cuba.
Which
Yes.
I gotta shout out. You want to know who the best Joker is, in my opinion? It's Cesar Romero, and you know why? Because he was so fucking badass. He had a mustache, and they were like, "Yo, dude, we're gonna put paint on you. You got to shave the mustache." He said, "Fuck you, paint over it."
Yeah.
yeah.
And not only that, he had nothing to go off but comics. And it's the 60s.
He was so nice that Frank Gorsha, the guy who played the Riddler, said, "Fuck, I'm gonna do what he did."
Yeah.
Exactly what he's doing.
No. Cesar Romero, he's up there if we talking about some Jokers, bro.
Yeah.
He's up there.
So,
Probably my second. I like Jacko, and then I'll put Caesar for 100, and then I'll put Heath Ledger under that. I mean, Mark Hamill is in a league of his own.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, yeah. But so like I'm like the reason why I said Chadwick Boseman is because of what he did outside of Black Panther.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But like
Cultural.
Yeah, if they would have made another person Black Panther and he was just as strong as Chadwick, I think people would have been like, you know what? They got a good guy to replace him.
Yo, if he wasn't already in the first movie as his uncle, the dude from This Is Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
could have stepped in and replaced
Hell
him
yeah.
if need be.
Hell yeah.
Or
Oh yeah.
And he's
And this one-
he's been killing it lately.
yeah, and this one's for Cabs. My second recommendation: the dude
Ryan
who played
Gosling.
Wesker in Resident Evil for Netflix. He could have stepped in.
Yo, that would have been perfect right there.
Yo, dog, no. Again, no hate on that man. It's just Wesker, dog. Come on. If you wanted to be one of the extra
Yo,
stars members,
You know,
sure.
you know what's funny? Before you brought that up, I saw a picture of him on a website, but like I didn't know the show was coming out, and I looked at it. I was like, did he dress up for like Blade for something? Like what the fuck is this?
Yo, my second thing is I have a little theory. Pie in the sky theory, Kaz. I know you love my pie in the skies.
Oof, I came back to some pie.
Yeah. James Gunn goes, yo, toe tags set the world on fucking fire with his argument.
Oh.
And I'm hearing this from third parties because I know people. And they're like, yo, he completely agreed with me in my argument. He's saying he's not saying that Cap was wrong, but he agreed with me. He don't want no bullshit, no remake. Everybody knew. He wants everybody new, right? So he goes, now everybody's watching DC. So how do we keep the eyes off of Marvel? Yo, Cavill, how about this? We'll let you go. You do your Warhammer 67, and when we need you, we'll call you back.
No, honestly, obviously you pine in the skying, and if we really were to sit down and crunch some numbers here, we can make it sound better. But I feel like this was all a plot, bro.
Yeah.
I feel dead ass. I'm 100. I said it in the chat. I feel like Cavill knew what the hell was going on. And he just used it as a reason to leave Witcher. Now, have you guys been hearing? Somebody wrote a disgusting piece of news about Henry Cavill, about how he was so hard to work with his gamer culture, and he was misogynist because he was gamer bro-ish, and like it's already been debunked nasty. They had, bro, some idiot chick wrote like a whole piece about it, source, trust me, bro, you know what I'm saying? And she already got on her Twitter, she deleted her Twitter, but bro, one of the demands, like apparently Henry Cavill was like, yo, I don't want to show, I don't want to keep doing nude scenes. This isn't real to the books. Like, there wasn't that much sex in the books. In the video games, yes, there was a lot of sex there, but not in the books. So, like, stop this. And, like, some people were like, that's a bad thing. And it's like, no, bro. Henry, have y'all seen how many fucking cringe-ass interviews Henry Cavill has, and women are just, like, all over him? Like, yo, dudes could not like that shit too, bro. Like, it's fun. Yeah. Bro, they always want him to take off his shirt. They always want him to do the fist thing. Like, yeah, he was probably tired of being ogled. Like, I get it. Bro, you 7'6" with abs, toe. I know you don't like all the limelight.
I hate it.
Yeah, man.
I hate it.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Bro, but they really went in. I honestly think that Henry legit knew. I think he knew in his heart of hearts that it was not going to be easy to reprise the role as Superman. And he knew that, yeah, The Rock is, I really think he just wanted to leave Witcher and do his own thing. Warhammer has been his favorite thing ever. And, like, people don't just hand you contracts from one month to the other. This was probably being spoken about for a little while, I would presume.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna put a little bit of what was said to mix in with all this shit.
Sure.
You're gonna put the little Salt Bay on it.
So the same with The Rock. They were saying that right now in the story that they're telling, there is no room for The Rock, Patty Jenkins, and Henry Cavill, as we said. Mm-hmm. Notice I didn't say Gal Gadot because there's still James Gunn has not mentioned anything about Gal Gadot.
I think she's gone too.
So as of right now, people have said, like, people have tweeted out, oh, they're getting rid of Gal Gadot, and James Gunn has replied to them like, who the fuck said we're doing that?
She said the same thing about Cavill though, and still kicked them out.
True,
but I hear you. Gal is in a different, Gal is. She's. Yeah, I hear you. So
there was also part of that was talk about maybe down the line a multiversal thing in which Henry Cavill and The Rock could come back. I honestly don't think that this is something that Henry Cavill knew. I honestly think he was sitting there saying, I don't know what's going on. The Rock sweet talked somebody who had nothing to do with James Gunn. They got him back. Henry Cavill was like, okay, they're telling me to announce it. I'm back. Then spoke with James Gunn and found out the actual fucking truth. And in conjunction with all that, he was like, hey, The Witcher's not going well. They already want me back for Superman. So I'm going to sever the tie. Then when that fell through, he turned around and was like, well, fuck it. I could produce this movie because he's also producing the Warhammer movie, which means we're probably going to get, and now I say this with all earnest, I hope the D&D movie that's coming out next year is something that I walk out of going, that was fucking D&D.
They did it. They did it.
I love it. I want it to be true. I think this Warhammer movie is going to be if not the D&D one, this Warhammer one is going to come out and go, holy shit.
100.
I don't know what Warhammer is, but when you look into it, it's exactly what the fuck you see on the screen.
Yep. Like, my man is legit coloring figurines. He is Warhammer to the T. And I'm happy for him, man, where he actually, I think what happened, and we called it here, bro. We called it. I didn't need much info to understand that Henry did not like the direction The Witcher was going. They were swaying away from the books. They were swaying away from even the games. They were swaying away from everything. Harry was like, bro, I'd rather leave now and save my reputation. Because let me tell you something. It's gonna be a fucking face plant for that show. More than ever now, I think.
Here's the funny thing. It's going to be a face plant purely based on this.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it'll be.
It can be the best show on Netflix with Liam Hemsworth in it. And it's not going to succeed because people are not going to give it a chance.
If somebody watches this and says, and writes a nice article like, hey guys, I know we miss Henry Cavill, but the attention to detail is equal to or even higher than season 1. They've really workshopped a lot of things, took it back to square one, and we have some legit Witcher. I think it'll still be okay, but I don't think this is going to happen.
Now that I'm going to be pissed at.
Why? That's what everybody wants.
No, you couldn't do that with him. You couldn't do that with Cavill.
Oh,
this is what I would want.
I feel you. Yes. Why not just do that with Cavill? Maybe because they find out. I think because of everything that's happening. Like, if the only reason that can happen is if they actually start listening to fans. Which, who knows? They probably won't do that either.
At this point, I honestly think they should just turn around and try to make the best show they can. Just make the show undeniable.
Yeah. I agree.
And then it doesn't matter.
I hear you.
Yeah, now
because to be honest, this is a little bit like in a relationship when you like, I'm gonna keep it as PG as possible. You're like, yo, I love holding hands, and your girl will never hold hands with you. So you break up, and then you see her 6 months later with somebody else holding hands. You're like, bitch, what the fuck? And then she's like, oh, but leaving you made me realize how good holding hands. No, fuck you.
So then it's either you do that or just make your own show and hope for the best.
Yeah, but you just gotta outright anything that you've done before.
Do you think they can do that?
Well,
with Helmsworth?
Anybody, we're not even getting to Helmsworth because Helmsworth is gonna suffer undue hate. He's got nothing to do.
Yeah, but
all he did was accept an acting job.
But here's the thing though. I'll let you finish and then I'll go.
But all I'm saying is anybody at any time can write an amazing story or an amazing season. And conversely, anybody at any time can give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen King has some of the best books and some of the best movie adaptations of his books, while simultaneously having some of the worst books and the worst adaptations of his books.
Now here's the thing. This is all based off of two things that needs to happen. One, Helmsworth has to do a good job. Because if he sucks, like the dude from Spartacus, when they replaced him after he died with the other actor, that other actor couldn't hold water to this fucking. He couldn't hold a candle to this dude. So they put everything on on
Crixus, I think.
Crixus, yeah, on him, and he took over the show.
For anybody who doesn't know, that's the guy who played Deathstroke in the Arrowverse.
Yes,
I have faith. I have faith in Hemsworth. He's got acting chops.
No, yeah, I get that, but then also Henry Cavill got to watch out, because if he starts fucking up, or like those rumors or some shit happen where people like, hold up, this nigga isn't really genuine. Like if they start Vince McMahon in this motherfucker, where it's like, wait a minute, shit really happened. And your hero, this fucking guy who likes to play comic book, who likes to read comic books and play video games, is really a dick, and no one likes to work with him. That's because that could fuck up his career also. Because right now he's looking like the White Knight. He looks like the only dude that's willing to stand up for people like us when it comes to TV shows and movies. Because everybody argues this shit. Oh, that's not. So
this is right about the time they find some dirt on him.
Yeah.
About the time. Yeah.
This is around the time when someone goes, when he was 16 years old, he went around and called somebody a nigga.
Cancel culture's texting each other right now.
Yeah. They're looking up his old tweets.
So fucking annoying, dog.
Yep.
So annoying. I mean, look, there is one thing about Cavill. He had a pretty young girlfriend at one point. She was an adult, but you know how people are. They start doing quick maths. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, when you were 28, she was. And hey, I don't do the young girl thing. I don't at all. But someone will find something which will suck, because the piece that I told you that they wrote, talking all that shit, mad people came to his defense. No way that was Henry. Not at all.
I'm gonna say something about that, because this seems to be a misunderstanding or a misconstruction of the fact that, so like, I'm into comics. If I'm explaining something to somebody and like if they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and I'm trying to explain it to them, my view is not going to be, hey, what female, like if I'm talking to a woman, what female characters you can talk about. I'm going to talk about the guys I know. Anybody that I mean, there are female characters I know, but the majority of it is anybody I connect with.
I hear what you're saying.
And if you talk to somebody who's this new breed of fucking idiot, they're going to turn around and hear, oh, so all the superheroes are male. So all the superheroes are majority white.
Yeah.
So all the superheroes, it's a misogynistic fucking blah, blah, blah. They're misconstruing, because based on the little bit of what you were saying that article was talking about, they're misconstruing a lifetime's worth of fucking love for something and a connection to certain characters with a legitimate person who's just being an ass and misogynistic. Because there's a difference between women can't read comics and, hey, you want some comic recommendations? Here they are. They just so happen to be male because I'm a fucking man and this is what I've been reading.
That's exactly what's happening with that piece, though. It's just stupid, misconstrued, he say, she say, telephone, starts one way over here, and then by the time the 30th person hears it, and then it's funny because it's like, oh, well, him and his video game culture, and it's like, bruh, most of the people watching the show is because of The Witcher 3, the video game. Most of the people are here because of the game.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a book.
Here's the funny thing. I watched this video. It was like girl gamers getting mad. And some of the shit that the guy said, I was listening to like, really, really, we're really gonna fucking do that? But some of it, like, there was a couple of clips where they're like, oh, so I guess the kitchen's clean. Then you got time to play. Like, see that again? That with the new fucking terms of idiots can be misconstrued as misogynistic bullshit.
Yeah,
But that is just fucking, that's shit talking. That's how people shit talk. If I'm talking to Toe, I'm not and if I'm shit talking Toe, I'm not telling him niceties. I'm telling him, boy, you better get the fucking step ladder if you gonna talk to me face to face.
In those same lobbies, you should hear what they're saying to the dudes, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get it.
You want to hear some shit? Go on Call of Duty and wait until that game ends in Warzone, and you hear all these fucking 6-year-olds cursing at each other, calling each other F words and all that shit.
You will hear the N word. From the minute you jump onto a lobby, 4 hours of gameplay, and then you turn off, you will have the N word at a rate of like maybe 1 per 15 seconds.
Yep, and how many times they fucked your moms?
And they fucked your moms, and your dad is gay, and you suck dick, and that's just, bro. That's just
my
happening.
bitch. What's up, Leon?
Hey, what up, Leon? This is what happens in Call of Duty lobbies.
Yes,
it is what it is.
There's a difference. There's a clear difference between turning around and going, oh, you play like a girl, or you play like a bitch, and legit fucking, hey, there's a female on here. Hey, you gonna show us your tits?
Yeah.
There's a complete fucking difference.
For real.
And I think, as I said, nuance and context, my fucking favorite words on this podcast. We have forgotten that there is a divide, and a certain amount of shit talk, and to a certain extent, the small extent, bullying. I'm not talking about the physical shit. I'm not talking about bullying that goes on and has an actual, downgrade of your mental health.
Sure.
But a little bit of getting picked on builds up your tough skin, builds up your ability to fight back.
Yeah.
Because like it or not, the three of us, I don't know, I'm not going to talk for Cabs, but I know me and Toe, you get picked on in school a little bit, we were told we got two choices. You either fight back or you let them walk all over you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's funny because I know this sounds bad, but I don't want it to, but like, shit, most of the bullying happened in our own house. You know what I'm saying? Like, my parents were not easy on me.
Yo,
and if you want to compare it to how my parents were with me as to how my parents are with my son, or even how I am with my son, it's nuts.
Yo, I graduated boot camp with honors, fucking made rank, right? And humble brag, but I'm not really. That's not the point of the story.
No. We respect that. Hey, you talk about that shit all the fucking time, bro. We respect that shit.
Word.
What do you call it? At the graduation, I walked up. My mom was there. Toe was there. My dad was there. My uncle was there. Right?
Big moment.
First thing my uncle said to me, you think you're big and bad now?
You still a bitch.
Yeah. No fucking congratulations. You think you're big and bad. You think you're tough. And yo, again, I'm not talking about the an actual situation where it is affecting your mental health, your safety, and your well-being and all that. Because shit goes too far.
Absolutely.
But a little bit of learning how to deal with shit being said to you. Learning how to stand up if somebody tests you. That is necessary to build somebody who's confident, to build somebody who can look at a situation and not fucking run all the time.
Yeah,
some fucking character.
Yeah, and also, not for nothing, the bullying also happened during competition, right? So if you're playing, let's say we play fucking touch football, people like, yo, you suck. You're not being on my team no more. That pissed you off. It pissed you off. There was no quitting. You didn't get a chance to quit. You didn't say, well, fuck it, I'm not playing football no more, because there was only fucking 10 of us. We needed you.
Yeah,
You was playing.
Suck it up.
Yeah, so you're gonna suck until you get better.
Yeah.
And either you got better or you learned how to fucking suck.
Yeah.
Do you know what used to happen? You know what used to happen to me that would never happen today? Because I'm not playing Little League Baseball. I'm not a power hitter, right? I'm literally the leadoff guy. I get a base hit, I steal second, I steal third, and I come home on a fucking sack fly or something. That's what I do. All right. Do you know the amount of times players and coaches would be like, "Oh, it's Vic. Bring the outfield in."
Yeah.
And what did that do? That taught me to either be extremely fast going from home to first, which I was back in my heyday, or hit it over them and make them look fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But today, people would see that you're being unfair, you're being unkind. No, you have to.
You play to win the game.
No, but you have to deal with some level of fucking adversity.
Yeah.
In order to get through, to learn that adversity is not inherently fucking life destroying.
And you know what's even crazier? That like most of the time, the person that's actually going through that is not as affected as everyone else looking from the outside.
Yeah.
So it's like the person that is going through this sometimes hears all that outside noise and they start and they get offended. But it's like without all this outside noise and babying, they'll probably be all right. It's okay. It's listen, man, that's another thing. I know how you're born and raised also has to play. Like, bro, early 90s New York was not safe, bro. It was not safe. Like, yo, city people is just always on one. We looking at everything, bro. I noticed. I spoke about it here. Son, it's crazy. Like, I could feel people behind me, son. You know what I'm saying? So we came from a time where it's like, I'm not a gangster. I ain't no street dude. I ain't none of that. But I had to protect myself. My parents used to tell me, like, yo, you walk to school dolo, bro. You need to, like, pay attention to what's going on. And they're not turning me into some stone cold killer. They're just saying, yo, pay attention. Shit is rough out there. Some people might pull up on you. What you gonna do? You gonna run? You gonna fight? What are you gonna do? My parents always told me, don't ever start a fight, but you best for sure finish that shit.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Finish that damn fight. Hit somebody. Like, bro, even if you get fucked up, we'll deal with that shit tomorrow. But hit somebody. Dude, hit one person.
Yo, if you grew up in the 90s like we did, in the late 80s, early 90s like us, the worst thing you can ever do, or the most disappointing you can ever do, disappointing thing you can ever do if you got into a fight was nothing. If you made it home and you got your ass whooped and you didn't throw a punch, you didn't fight back, you just took it, your mom would probably cuddle you and hug you and all that shit because that's what moms do. But look at your dad. Your dad is so fucking disappointed.
Because I think in y'all case, your mom and dad was disappointed.
Yeah. Well, yo, listen.
The thing is,
shout out to Mom Dukes, man.
Word.
The thing is, it wasn't ever really, at least for us, it's not about winning the fight because we're not fucking Jackie Chan martial artists.
You don't win a street fight. You survive it.
Yep.
It's not about winning the fight. It's about showing that you were able to stand up.
Yeah.
You might get your ass kicked, but always, if the whole joke was, if you get jumped, you got your ass kicked. All right, how many of them do you take out?
At least one. At least.
Yo, and the thing is,
my uncle's always said, if you get jumped, grab one of them.
Yeah.
Grab one of them. Because at least if they're hitting you, you got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, and the thing is, we was raised by the people that, in the fucking 70s or in the 60s, depending on how old your parents were, that if you got into a fight and you came home, your pop said, get in the car.
Yeah.
Get in the car. We went looking for the nigga you had to fight with. That's him? Yeah, now go fight him again.
Yo,
it's gonna end here. Go fight him again.
There was this one time we went to a party and one of my old friends, Lou, he got jumped in the party. He was talking to some girl. He went off with her. We was over here doing our thing, and all of a sudden he looked like me. So somebody comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, they hitting your brother." So I'm like, "What?" So I like, we had a couple shorties. We in high school, bro. I had a couple shorties. We having a good time. We literally outside the school after parties, like 12 o'clock. So he's like, "Yo, they hitting your brother." And I'm like, "Yo, where he at? I don't see nobody." And he's like, "Yo, he's over there." And like some cars were blocking him. So I pull up, and as soon as we pull up, dudes see me, my boys running. They know what's going on, so they run off. Now, everything is good. We made it out, whatever. His dad, we go to his house like the next day, just check in on him and shit. His dad goes, it was a Saturday. Party was Friday night. It's a Saturday now. His dad is like, "Yo, I'm going to go pick up both of you guys Monday morning, okay? I'm going to go take you out of school, and then I'm going to pick y'all up." Like, all right. So he comes to pick us up. And in the back, my man got baseball gloves and baseballs with 4 bats. And he's like, "Yo, I'll put everything else there so it could look all right. But y'all know what time it is." So we pull up to the school. Nothing's going on. And his dad used to drive a cab. So dad's like, "Yo, I will be here at," I think it was like 2:30. I'll be here 2:30 on the dot. My man was outside 2:27. And he was like, "Yo, we're going to wait right here. Show me which one of the little friends it is." No one came out, but dad was ready. Baseball bats. Like, what's crazy? Like, it was so wild for us growing up that man's father didn't even think of the implications of handing us baseball bats and fucking people up and what our parents would think about that. Now, there was none of that. It was like, "Yo, we about to get these motherfuckers." Yo, crazy times. Yeah.
And yo, also,
and my dad would have done the same goddamn thing for me.
Oh yeah.
And that other man's dad would have probably been like, "Cool, yeah, I'm gonna pull up too." Yo, it's crazy times.
Yeah, and also like during our time, this is around when the Bloods were slashing people, and everybody had a gun out of nowhere and all that other shit.
Yeah.
So you fight back in those days. You fuck somebody up, you had to look over your shoulder.
Yep.
Is somebody gonna shoot you or whatever just because of some other shit? People will doing drive-bys for nothing. Like, you bought the last honey bun, plop, 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 plop.
You never really won with all of the stress that led to that victory. It's better. So, sometimes just be better to lose. They'll leave you alone.
You fight back and they be like, "All right, this nigga fights back. We can't fuck with him, but I whooped his ass."
Yep. I want to just point out for anybody who's listening and thinking that we talking some crazy shit. Yo, we're not saying
I'm a pussy.
Fighting, we're not.
I'm a pussy. I'll tell you that right now. I'm a pussy.
We're not saying to go out. We're not saying to go out and fight. All right, fighting is not your first choice. If you can walk away from a situation and de-escalate it, always do so. What we're saying is, sometimes you don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting is never the correct response, but it is most of the time the only thing you got left.
Yeah.
And the way we were raised is in that moment when fighting's the only thing you can do, fuck it. Then this is what we got to do.
Fighting isn't proactive, it's reactive. That's what we're saying. Like, if you could walk away and de-escalate, sure, but if somebody punch you in the face, you can't run after that. You can't walk away after a punch in the face. Otherwise, your parents would be disappointed.
Unless you got sucker punched and knocked out.
And dropped, for sure.
Yeah. Then you got to go looking for that motherfucker.
Then you
you got the bats in the car.
but to bring it back to everything, right? This is how things get misconstrued. We come from a time, and look, people could have just misconstrued everything we said right now. Oh, look at these gangsters. Like, nah, bro, we were all raised by good parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were all raised by good parents, good, hardworking parents who just came over here trying to make it happen. But it's like all this shit with Henry Cavill and The Rock can get misconstrued is what we saying.
Yo, do you know I carry some shit to work. And I have to make, it's not a gun or nothing. It's just, electronics. And I make sure that no one sees me pull it out my bag or put it in my bag. And no one really knows I have it unless it's somebody I know. Because growing up, There was no Game Boy Switches. There was no Nintendo Switches. You had a Nintendo Switch in the street, you better have 4 or 5 niggas with you, because that's mine now.
Yeah.
Straight out like
Yo,
that. That's mine.
Don't take it. The Game Boys were portable, but don't take out your Game Boy.
Yeah. Yo, dude, the iPhones, you had to go buy the fucking the 50-cent headphones to plug into your iPhone, because niggas see you with your headphones from the iPhone. That iPhone's mine now.
Mm-hmm.
You know why all that security is on the iPhone, so if somebody steal it, you can lock it, right? Because of us niggas. Not us, but like our generation.
Yeah.
Yo, if you want to know, if you go back to 1995 and you see somebody with the new Jordans, with a new shirt or whatever, and he looks like he's a thug guy, if you ever want to know how he got all those shits, go talk to the people he took it from.
Basically,
Yeah.
Back in the day, oh, I want these shoes. You can't wear those shoes. Why? I want the new Nikes. You can't wear the new Nikes. Why? You wore them shits to school?
Someone else wore them home.
Someone takes them.
Yeah, yo, you knew who bought their shoes, because they're looking around. They're like, yo, don't stand next to me. I don't want you stepping on my shit. They don't ask no question. You can't be like, yo, what size sneaker those? Does that mean they looking to take your shit? They all nervous and all that. It's because they know they just spent good money on sneakers that niggas want. You know what I'm saying?
when those North Face bubbles came out,
Yeah.
them shit was getting stolen in my school
yeah.
all day long.
Oh yeah.
My
All these-
parents was like, "Here, go out there in your triple fat goose." Why? Because I know it's coming back.
Yeah. Yo, all these kids nowadays that buy like 10 pairs of sneakers to sell them, bro, them shits would have been mine. They would, yo, if I couldn't buy them in the stores, I'm getting them from you for free.
There was one time I feel really
You
bad
bought
about
me
this.
a pair of sneakers.
There was one time I feel really bad about this. One of the homies from junior high, we were in the 6th grade, bro. We was kids, and we went to school on it was Stitt IS 164. It's right there on 164 in Edgecombe. Dog, that's not that's not a good area. Like, and we were in the middle of a blood crip war with some Latin kings sprinkling around here and there. So one day we leaving, and it's like 5 of us, like 6 of us. So these 2 dudes come up to my homie. My homie got a bubble North Face on. He had the nice one too, like that purplish one, like the stock color.
Okay,
that shit was nice, bro. So, but they went up to him and gave him dap. They were like, "Yo, what's up, my brother?" So I'm 11 years old, bro. I don't know what the fuck going on. Well, I was 12. It was in 7th grade. I don't know what's going on. They dapping him up. So then, when that kind of shit happened, you walking with 5 homies. Another homie come dap up one of your homies. You keep walking, your homie's talking to his homie, he'll catch up with you. So we walking still, and I look back, and my man don't got a jacket no more. And I see the people walking with his jacket. So he comes up, and I'm like, "Yo, dog, what the fuck happened?" He goes, "Yo, these motherfuckers stole my jacket. Y'all ain't do nothing." Like, we ain't doing nothing. They said, "What's up to you?" I didn't know what they give you a handshake, fam. Like, I thought those was your peoples. And brother, just from under, just right there, broad daylight, 3:45 p.m. in between 164 and Edgecombe and Amsterdam. You just stole this shit. I was like, damn, bro. Yeah, it was wild back then, son. It was wild. It was wild. Because of that, I started being more of like I don't want to say a gangster, but I was more inclined to jump into situations because I kind of felt like a pussy, bro. I felt bad. I was like, damn, son, my homie got like, damn, I didn't do shit. I'm a bitch, bro.
Yo,
but
I'm telling you now, growing up around that time, you turned into what you just said, right? A little bit of a gangster, a little bit of a, jump into shit that you probably shouldn't have been in. In high school, I was asked multiple times if I ever smiled. Because, dude, I walked into Lehman High School in the middle of a fucking Albanian culture war when they were fighting everybody.
Oh, and the motherfuckers is killing you. They're killing you.
Yeah. And luckily I knew people, so they knew I was Spanish, but I looked like this, so the Albanians thought I was one of them. But the one way to make sure you never get fucking picked on or said anything to, you look like if anybody talks to you, your initial reaction is to stab them in the fucking throat.
Yeah, bro.
But with that, comes to people like, yo, this motherfucker never smiles. He's a fucking robot.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's all product of
I'm still here.
Aye.
that's all product of we grew up in the time where if the only way you can walk around smiling and doing all this shit with nice shit is if you have been taking martial arts your entire life and you knew
Facts.
for a fact you fuck up anybody who comes up to you.
Facts.
Unless you know, if they didn't have a weapon or 16 other fucking people with you.
Yeah. I walked the same way because I was going to school in 3rd Avenue. You know what I'm saying? If everybody know about the South Bronx, you know, I had that look on my face too, like, yo, don't fuck with me, son. Like, I don't want to hear you talk. I don't want, you know, nah, you know, and it was always like if somebody did talk to me, I was crazy. You know, I remember one time this dude was like, yo, you think I'm gonna fight your ass? I'm gonna get a bottle. And I had a Snapple on me. So I tossed the Snapple at him. I said, all right, so is it fair now? What's good? My man threw that shit away and said, yo, get the fuck away from me, son, and walked away from me. Yo, I was like, yo, you want to fight over some stupid shit? All right, then it was good. And he's like, yeah, he said that, and I said, here you go. Now is it fair, nigga? What's good? You want to get your boys?
See, that's how you get out of that situation, though.
Yeah, you act crazy.
It's even now to tie it back in to what we were saying. Today's crop of people, they don't have that concept. They don't have like I don't look at that story, or I don't tell that story in some sort of like
I'm a tough
negative
nigga.
connotation.
Yeah.
I look at it as like, dude, that's what you had to do to get by in that time.
Because all you needed was one person to fuck with you.
Yeah. So you take that with somebody today who doesn't have that concept, who doesn't understand that shit, and then they turn around and like, oh, I talked to Henry Cavill. He's a gamer, bro. That's a very broad term. That means different things to different people.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm like, what the fuck you mean he's a gamer, bro?
Yeah, but there's such a stupid article, bro.
Then you can get shit like this. I was somewhere, and there was 2 guys that came in to do something, right? I don't know who they were, or I don't know if they were friends or if they were gay or not. They were just 2 gentlemen. Came in, asked for something, went and sat at a different part of the thing. I left somewhere and told somebody else, I was like, hey, Siegfried and Roy sitting outside. See the laugh? That's why I said it because it's
fucking funny, bro.
I said it because 1, I didn't know their names. 2, it's funny to me.
That's fucking funny.
3, Siegfried and Roy, fuck what you say about them. They're just 2 fucking guys that everybody knows it's 2 guys.
Yeah.
But
no connotations there. Like just
no, it's not. There's no necessary connotation to it because for my entire life growing up, they were just Siegfried and Roy. They were just 2 magicians that fucking had white tigers. But the new idiots would take that and think it's some gay slur when it's not. I could.
And it's like, bro, you're calling them gay. You're doing it. I'm not doing it. Yo, that shit happens so much where you like try to defend someone for something, but you just end up like, bro, no one said anything about race, bro. You're taking it there.
Because think about it. I could have easily said frickin' frack, Bert and Ernie, you know, Dip and Dot. I could have used any combination. I just picked the one I thought the person I was talking to would you know, recognize.
That's funny, though. Siegfried and Roy, that's good.
But see, shit like that.
You gotta be from a different time, though. You gotta be from a different time. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the weird thing where they're like, oh, just it wasn't okay back then either. We just didn't know about it. Like, no, certain things. Here's the thing. Certain things were acceptable that back then that are not now. I get that. But back then, that was fucking acceptable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you go back to 1812 or 1776 was that. So go back to 16 something. And what you think is unacceptable today, go back and tell somebody not down south. Come up north and tell somebody, yo, this shit's unacceptable. Watch what the fuck happens to you.
Yeah.
And we're talking about by the liberal of the fucking liberal back then.
Yeah.
Watch them fucking tell you some shit.
And to be fair, like I do feel like I don't think, you know, I know we speak about this all the time. I don't want to necessarily say that we've gotten more offended as a people or that we can't take a joke that much that more nowadays. I feel like we've always just been like that. Everyone just has a platform to speak on. So I do feel like there's a lot of things that we look back on and we're like, yo, yeah, that was kind of fucked up, you know? But there's other things that it's just like, bro, it's just comedy. Like, chill. Do you know who Andrew Dice Clay is? Tell me, you want to see offensive comedy? Try to make it 20 minutes of Andrew Dice Clay. See if you really bought that shit. You won't. He's so cringe. But like, some of it is kind of funny, bro. I'm sorry.
Dude, I've said this for almost my entire life, right? Since I was able to formulate coherent thought and actually articulate what I want to say. The reason they have that phrase, you have to laugh to keep from crying, is because in order to actually have balance in the universe and spirituality and whatever situation you do, there has to be something funny and something extremely dark. And there has to be something dark and something you think is funny.
Yeah, joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything comes from somewhere. Either way, and it's gotta be in there. Because if you take something innocuous, right?
It's like the yin yang.
This, like, what's funny about this paper? Nothing. But if I took this paper and was like, yo, Henry Cavill's not Superman,
yeah,
that's an expression, that's an over-exaggeration of something funny. But what did I just do?
Yeah.
Simulated telling, like, that's a serious topic, but there's always something you can do that finds a
and also
keep going. I'm gonna reload my drink.
All right. Also, another thing is it's not always about y'all. Like we could say shit. Like back in the day, we called people some real nasty shit. And we didn't get offended. Now you say something to someone else and somebody else is offended. Like, yo, it's not about you, nigga. Like, why are you offended? We're not talking to you. We're not saying nothing to you. We're not saying malicious. We're using fucked up words, but we're not using it maliciously. It's not about you. You took it personal. That's your fault. It wasn't about you. We wasn't talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the type of people that never been fucked up before. Because you don't mind your business. That was one of the biggest rules we had growing up. Mind your fucking business. Mind your business, or you gonna get fucked up. You don't want to be. People be like, "Yo, did you see what happened?" I ain't see shit. Mind your business.
Yo, what is one thing Uncle Pete said? Anytime he was talking with another adult, if we turned around, he'd be like, "And we're talking to you."
Yeah,
turn around.
Yeah. Shit. But yeah, man. But going back to the James Gunn. Well, all right. I have some questions from the Instagram post I put up. We could do those. Yeah, we could do those questions, and then we'll get back to the James Gunn verse because I want to hear what Cavs if he heard what we said last week. But all right. So one of the questions is what do you think of the return of the infinite multiverse for DC?
Well, I mean, that was the plan all along with Flash, right?
Yeah, they were gonna reboot it.
That was the plan. Like, you know, the plan was to do that so that they could have a, fresh slate to start from. Bro, I'm with it. There's a lot of shit that DC tried that didn't work. This is not a bash session for DC. I fuck with DC, and I've said it here plenty of times. I want DC to work. I want it to work. You know what I'm saying? I've always liked Mortal Kombat, but I like Street Fighter a little more. You know what I'm saying? But Mortal Kombat does what it do. So I want that to happen with DC and Marvel. And let me tell you, Marvel, I mean, I'm still love Marvel, and there's still a lot of good stuff, but Marvel's at a low right now. If you want to strike, you need to strike now. Because Quantumania, Loki 2, Secret Invasion, there's some shit coming out. So if you want to strike now. I'm with it, man. I'm fine with it.
And
let's do the multiverse.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And the goal for what you're saying, if you really think about it, from my perspective, you have a lot more a lot stronger characters in the Justice League that you could do multiple movies with and multiple stories with than in the Avengers, because most of the people.
Can I tell you where the real problem started? And I'm gonna let you go right now.
The
real problem started when Ben Affleck left as Batman.
Yes.
His trilogy that they wanted to do with him, even if we could have just gotten 2, I don't know, man. I had a good feeling about that Batman and his writing skills. He could have done some shit. Go ahead.
No, yeah. But it's fucking true, though, because I've always said it. Ben Affleck, even though he cameoed in other people's movies, that was Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He was as big as Superman. He was as mean as a motherfucker, and he was also like hurting people. He was the only Batman that I've seen come out the cartoon or the video game. Every other Batman is a incarnation of what you think Batman is. And this is why I was saying last week, I don't want none of the motherfuckers from those movies in these new movies. I want a totally different version of Batman.
I want unhinged Batman, bro. That's my favorite version. Yeah. Where it's like, bro, fuck all your stupid rules that you tell yourself in your bathroom to make yourself feel good about what you do. We need you to make some rough decisions right now.
Yeah.
That's the Batman I like.
Yeah, but think about this shit. If they would have did a slow pace, a slow burn for DC, imagine where we would have been at if we would have had Black Lanterns now.
Like do a couple movies and let these characters develop.
Yeah. You have a Black Lantern, and then they're going around and it's that fucking war that we was talking about. And you see Superman's Black Lantern and fucking Flash is a Blue Lantern, and it's one of those like, oh shit, because now we get to see the actual comics and you get to see different things, and it's way opposite than what Marvel's doing.
What is it? Cap Red Batman? The in the multiverse, that is his dad. He's super evil. What is it?
It's not Red. He's just Batman, but it's Thomas Wayne, and
there's a name.
His symbol. They might have given him a name when he came over because he did cross over to Earth 1 or whatever.
Let me have some of that shit. So I know I'm probably mad late. When they first revealed or when they first spoke about the Michael Keaton Batman movie, I put up a Facebook post, and I'm gonna find it because I'll be having fucking receipts. And I was like, yo, if it's Michael Keaton, why don't they just make this a Batman Beyond movie? And no one said anything until like 2 weeks ago, and apparently that was the plan. How? Batman Beyond, bruh?
That would have been crazy.
Dog.
That would have been crazy. Yeah.
I don't know how we... Man, I hope if James Gunn is keeping anything in his back pocket, it's a Batman Beyond. If there's one thing, like if you ask me... Okay, if you ask me this, there's 3 things I want. I know it's not going to happen now. It seems even tougher than before, but give me the Henry Cavill Superman. I need to see him. I need to see him again. I want to. We deserve it. 2 would be the Batman Beyond. 3 would be the Thomas Wayne Batman, the darker Batman. If we could just keep those 3 things, James Gunn, I'm good. Like, we know James Gunn got a good track record. And, yo, bro, switch it up. Let's do it. Shuffle the cards around. Deal again. But damn, son, you got rid of a Batman Beyond?
So
it's wild.
Yeah,
I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it because it's hurting my head, Cap. I don't want to believe that you said no to that.
Here's the thing. I think they said no to it because the initial reports said that it wasn't going to be Terry McGinnis as taking over the mantle. It was going to be some female character.
I'm all right with that. I just want to
Yeah.
see old Bat. I just want to see old Batman.
You might be all right with that.
Yeah, I know, Cap. I know, Cap. We could have still named her Terry. It's a unisex name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could have
but see
named her
now,
Terry.
yes, we could have. But then Toe doesn't get what he wants. And I'm not saying he's misogynistic. I'm just saying he just sat up there and was like, yo, now we can start getting what's in the comics.
No, yeah, I think this is the clean slate that people want. Like,
No,
bro.
yeah. But
You go.
I'm going to be a little bit of a detractor here. Because Henry Cavill playing Superman, all right, he was a good Superman, yeah. Man of Steel was okay.
Okay.
He looked the best Superman.
Yeah, Batman v Superman, garbage. The Justice League that we got,
Facts.
garbage.
Fact.
Okay, would you agree that there was potential there, though?
No.
The premise of a VVS, like not the way they did it, but like just Batman vs Superman.
No.
I thought there was potential there.
No.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm about to say something that's
Oh, wait,
contrary to my
before
argument.
before the movie.
I'm not like before the movie.
Oh yeah, I thought that was gonna kill Marvel.
That's what I mean. Like before the movie, there was potential.
I had no faith in that movie.
Yeah, bro, we had just gotten Winter Soldier. Yo.
No, because I knew BVS is essentially the same as Civil War. Civil War is a way better storyline. Batman v Superman is based off of one run by one writer and an alternate world that had nothing to do with anything. Like they strayed too far from it for me. But
you didn't think there was any kind of like
BVS was
goodwill.
It was BVS. The first time we saw Ben Affleck's Batman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not. After he fucked up Daredevil, I was the guy in the back laughing. I'm like, you got who to play Batman?
I hear you. I can't be mad at you for that. I can't be mad at you for thinking like that.
You know what? I turned out to be wrong. He was pretty good. I'll give him that. But when they casted him, I was in the background like, you dumb motherfuckers. You picked the worst guy you could pick. I hope you like your fucking bullshit fucking teeter-totter fight scenes.
And okay, I mean,
maybe
the potential for BVS. What about did you feel there was any potential for the Justice League, or you were already too far gone?
I was not on board for what they were building. And now this is my thing.
Sad, man.
Nobody would have given a shit about Justice League had it came out with Zack Snyder finishing it. It would have came out, it would have did whatever the fuck it did, and we would have been out of here. The only reason we have this whole Snyderverse shit is because he didn't get to finish it, and Joss Whedon came in and changed some shit up, and it still underperformed.
Mm-hmm.
Had that movie came out and did fucking $2 billion in the box office, nobody would have gave a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody would want the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
You put a failed movie in the hands of somebody to try to fix, and it still failed. Then I don't give a shit what anybody says. Is the Zack Snyder cut good? No. Is it better than what we got in the theater? Yeah, but it's only better because we had 4 fucking hours of it, and it was allowed. Think about this. How good is your movie when one of your characters, the Martian Manhunter, John, shows up, and the first time you see him, he's playing Martha Kent, having a conversation with Lois.
What?
For fucking God knows what reason, and then doesn't help out against Steppenwolf and has the balls to come up and go, there's something bigger coming. Well, where the fuck were you now, John?
Bro, we just handled this. We're all on PTO right now. Holla at us in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So my point is,
it's a great point, Cap. It's a great point.
My point is, the majority of the time we see Henry Cavill on screen, it's not been in fucking. It's not been in anything good.
I mean,
so everybody,
you don't have to be in something good to be a good character, though.
But I was making the argument last week. The only time I ever liked him as Superman is in the worst version, hands down, of the Justice League, the one we got in the theater. Nobody wants.
I liked him in Man of Steel. He was.
Dude,
it's a lot of stupid writing mistakes, but
yeah,
I think Man of Steel was okay.
The closest we got to Superman in the comics is the version we got in Joss Whedon's Man of Steel.
Yeah,
I mean Joss Whedon's Justice League.
Justice League.
The problem,
but nobody wants that. So you hire James Gunn, right?
I'm okay. Yeah,
let the man do his thing.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Nobody at Warner Brothers wanted Henry Cavill to come back. Clearly. So you have to believe that when they hired James Gunn, Henry Cavill wasn't even in the plans. And then The Rock fucking pushed Henry Cavill in.
He bullied his way in.
Yeah.
He pushed him in, and he pushed him on James Gunn, who wasn't prepared to use him.
Yeah.
It's like what we were talking about fantasy football the other day. It's like you're the new head coach of the New York Giants. And you heard all season, Daniel Jones is not going to be our quarterback. So you sign up, take the job. Next thing you know, Daniel Jones is quarterback started day one. Like, wait a minute, what? No. I have my guys. I have the guys I want to bring in. I don't want to get saddled with your old shit because you cannot turn around and have James Gunn and Peter something. I forget his last name. But the other guy's name is Peter. You can't turn around and go, here's the reins to the kingdom. You give us the roadmap. Oh, but by the way, you got to keep people who are tied to other shit. Because every time Cavill shows up on screen,
Peter Safran.
Safran, there you go. Every time one of them people from the Snyderverse shows up on screen, people are gonna go, dude, you're deviating from the Snyderverse. I thought we were doing the Snyderverse. The failed shit that they tried and fucked up. You gotta cut ties with it. You gotta get other people. And yeah, the only thing I will agree with is that it seems to be fucked up for Henry Cavill personally.
It is messed up.
He had the dream job, The Witcher, course. And then that got fucked up. They wanted him back at Superman, but that turned out to be a lie.
That is fucked up.
The problem with
real quick before you go, I will say this to Cap's point. Before The Witcher and before the pandemic and the love that we grew for Henry Cavill, seeing that he was just basically one of us, before any of that, nobody would have gave a shit if you recast a Superman.
Yeah.
100%. I don't think I would have.
Here's the thing.
I liked him and I saw him and I was like, wow, this is a good Superman. He looks like him. He acting was a little different, but I was with it. And if I were to see him take the mantle again, I'd be fine. But I feel like a lot of people gained a lot of love for Henry Cavill the last 2 years.
Well, the only reason why I would have cared if they recasted Superman because of the look. He looks like the genuine Superman. I don't see anyone else looking closer to Superman than Henry Cavill. The problem with Henry Cavill, or his version of Superman, is Clark Kent. There is no Clark Kent in any of the movies that Henry Cavill played Superman in. There's no Clark Kent in fucking
hit the ding.
Yeah, there's no Clark Kent in Man of Steel. There's no Clark Kent in Justice League. There's no Clark Kent in Batman vs Superman. There's no Clark Kent in the other fucking bullshit he did.
His real costume, right? Because people wear the costume to go out and fight crime.
Yeah.
He wears the costume to be a normal person.
Yep.
So that dynamic
Yeah.
needs to be like, you gotta hit home on that as much as you gotta hit home on Superman.
And this is the thing. There's three
Great point.
superheroes. There's three superheroes that need their alter ego. Superman with Clark Kent, Batman with Bruce Wayne, and Spider-Man with Peter Parker.
Facts.
That's why Tom Holland did a good fucking job as Spider-Man, because he played an awesome Peter Parker. Now, Ben Affleck actually played a version of Bruce Wayne, even though he was a cop.
Older.
Yeah, he played a spy of Bruce Wayne, even though he's supposed to be a detective. But it was still a Bruce Wayne where it was
double O rich kid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did something.
Mm-hmm.
But this new Batman, the Batman, it's almost like he was finding Bruce Wayne. And I don't know about you, he had to find Batman. Because if you watch that whole movie.
We're talking about the Batman.
The Batman. Yeah.
Okay.
If you watch that whole movie, this is what you see. Like, in the beginning, because of the nostalgia and we already know shit about Batman, we saw a detective that didn't know that he needed to be Bruce Wayne in order to, make the city right. But what I see when you rewatch it is Bruce Wayne dressing up in a costume, taking his frustrations out.
Which is Bruce Wayne, though.
Yeah, no, but we don't get Batman then. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing:
it's
Bruce Wayne and
year 2 Batman, though. You know,
I understand that, but here's the thing, though: you can't tell me that you're looking for Bruce Wayne when Bruce Wayne is already on vengeance, because now we never got a Batman.
But here's the thing:
but that's the thing, though. We barely saw Bruce Wayne, which was the point.
Yeah,
sure.
but now it's like, all right, Batman is a detective, and he's doing all this other stuff, and you already know my gripes with the whole fucking that
thumb
bullshit.
drive thing.
Yeah, but
So,
the milk for me was the milk.
Here's the thing, though. So the reason Batman and Superman are so closely tied in pop culture and all that, it's because underneath the surface, the same thing is true for both men. Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne, those are the alter egos.
Yeah.
They're not. When you take off the mask, Batman is Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He puts on the facade of Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
So when you sit there and you go, oh, I didn't like seeing him try to find Bruce Wayne. That is the character.
But what I'm saying is, it was Bruce Wayne putting on a bat suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I get that. But Bruce Wayne was never, until recently, when he's older and all that shit, you see in the animated series and all that. Bruce Wayne was never I have to be a 180 from Batman.
Yes, but here's the thing, though. It should have been one of those things where, instead of for the story arc is, oh shit, I can do just as good as Batman. I can do Gotham just as good if I was Bruce Wayne than I was as Batman. Where it was, he's Bruce Wayne and he's taking his frustrations out on Gotham as Batman, and he goes, I can actually do some good as Batman and not just fucking punish people.
Yeah, what I'm saying? But that's never the point of Batman.
But in this movie, he's vengeance and he's fucking almost killing everybody.
Yeah.
And then he gets a whole stadium full of fucking people in fucking oxygen masks, flooding the stadium and screaming prematurely.
Man, that last act should have never happened, huh?
Yeah. That last act aside, the characterization of Batman, he's never around because Batman is because the suit, the persona, the Dark Knight is not intended to go, I can help Gotham get better. Bruce Wayne is the persona to help Gotham get better.
No,
Batman scares Gotham.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is Batman has a line he won't cross. He has rules, right? In this one, yes, he didn't cross the line. but it seemed like this was Detective Punisher.
Yeah, because this
Yeah,
was the second year in his I can kick
I
everybody's ass tour.
I get it, but I think it would have made more sense if he would have been like, wait a minute, I can't just go around. Like Alfred said, I can't just fucking go around being this fucking guy soaking in my parents' death. If I really want to do something about, like, I gotta stand for something. And if I'm gonna be Bruce Wayne helping out Gotham, then I gotta be a Batman that stands for something and actually, you know.
Yeah, but
that's the character. He needs to figure that out. That's what that movie's about. He needs to figure that out. And it took 2 hours and 40 minutes for him to get that, but you know.
Batman will never be like Cap. Like
No, but here's the thing.
What you're describing is Nightwing. Nightwing is the character you're describing. Who Nightwing puts on the costume and goes, with this costume, I can do this in a better way.
No, I get it, but here's the thing. When Batman opens up the door to the club and starts beating the shit out of everybody and walks through,
I love that scene.
It's Batman. Even though Batman would have found a way through the ceiling, whatever. That's Batman. When Bruce Wayne knocks on the door and there's an emo child and is like, you know who I am? I'm Bruce Wayne. And then they let him in. Like, I think Bruce Wayne would have been like, boom, 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 walked in. Like, it would have been the same exact thing, just without punching anybody.
Yeah, but again,
I see what you're saying.
Again, if you read any Batman comics,
I'm Bruce Wayne, let me in.
He's mad though, bro. Like, he's mad.
That Bruce Wayne until he learns that the costume of Bruce Wayne is more important than the costume of Batman.
Yeah, he like, gotta get there. He gotta.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me that this kid's parents died in the alley, and he spent his entire life learning how to fuck everybody up
with ninjas.
For him to walk into that club and go, "Sup, guys? I'm fucking Bruce Wayne," because his entire life, until he gets to the point where he needs to be altruistic and vengeance. His entire life is to put on the mask and fuck somebody up.
But that's what I'm saying. I would have loved to see the arc of Batman.
Yeah, but you can't get that. This is a year 2 story.
That's what I'm saying. It'll get there. It'll get there.
Well, not anymore.
Well, you know what though? If we would have seen flashes of that, I get where you're coming from. And we live in this world, this post-MCU world, where we constantly tell ourselves the next movie's gonna handle that. And I would say most of the time, the next movie does handle that, but it's still unfair to your point. So I get what you're saying. But also, it's him figuring out that, hey, maybe Gotham isn't what I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't have to, beat everybody up. Because that's what he thinks Gotham is. In his eyes, Gotham killed his parents. Gotham is dark. I put people away. They come back. Every time I cut ahead, 2 open. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 come out. So this is his view of Gotham. So like the more and more and more he does this, and again, this is year 2.
Yeah.
The more and more he does, the more he's realizing, bruh, I think I just have a better chance of saving shit as Bruce.
But also the thing is this. He learned he can be a better savior for Gotham through Bruce when he figured out who his parents were. Like the real ones, where they opened up the Arkham Asylum and all that other shit. And he's like, oh, my parents were bad guys. And he was like, no, my parents were good guys. They were trying to help Gotham. He's like, maybe as Bruce Wayne, I can help them do it also. But where was Alfred teaching him about his parents? And then him going, you know what? In the name, no, but I'm saying like in the name of my father, then as Batman, I got to have these morals also.
All right.
Can I tell you something real quick? Real quick. You want to know what's funny that you say that? One of my favorite scenes from the Christian Bale Batmans was when Alfred, Michael Caine, is telling him, it's not just Bruce Wayne's name, it's your father's name. It's your mother's name.
Yeah.
It's not just you. So I hear what you're saying there. I hear what you're saying there.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The character we were supposed to get and the character we accurately got in The Batman was the guy who looked at Alfred and go, fuck you, you're not my father.
Which I did not like.
So I actually did like that because as anybody who's ever grieved the loss of somebody,
He's
that first fucking few, well, I mean, this is a little exaggerated because he was 11 and now he's 20 something. But the first couple of months, the first maybe year and a half,
fuck
you
everybody.
don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Fuck everybody. Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. He's mad,
Like,
bro. He's mad.
It wouldn't have made the whole thing, the whole purpose. Like, I understand what you're going for, but
Yeah,
the story that they was telling,
I hear you.
it would be counterproductive to the story that they're telling.
When they blew him up, when they blew Alfred up, that's when he started realizing, like, hold on, wait, Alfred is the closest thing I got to family. I can't lose him neither.
Yeah,
I think, and you made a point of this way back when we spoke about it when it first released in March. I don't think you like how entitled Bruce came off, and it's like he's a rich kid. Entitled is what he does. He is the type to say, "No, fuck you. You're not my dad." And it's unfortunate that we had to see it, but I think we did get to see him get to that end point after, like, man, this is what's really important. Maybe I can do something better without the cowl. And that should make you excited about the second one.
But here's the thing, though. What I read from this movie was he learned that I can do something as Bruce Wayne also. Like, Bruce Wayne is a part of this character that I'm portraying to save Gotham. But we ain't see him. We saw him vengeance. And we didn't see him actually go, I'm here to protect Gotham.
Yeah, because
it never went from, yo, I'm doing this to be vengeance and get all these motherfuckers that killed my parents out in the street to Gotham is worth saving and I'm going to be its Dark Knight or whatever. I'm going to be the savior.
I agree with you,
Batman.
Leon. I agree with you, Leon.
So here's the thing. We did see it. We did see that. That scene of him walking through the water with everybody, where they pull out and you see all that. And then at the end, where he's standing in the daylight, covered in dirt, and he's standing with the cape there, that was the beginning of that to lead into the next movie. Again, this whole first movie, for whatever you think of it, would have made less sense if you're telling me, oh, this is the year 2 Batman. This is the Batman. He hasn't figured everything out yet. He's still learning to be the detective. He's still angry and kicking the shit out of everybody. And then halfway through the movie, he's like, oh, no, I got this. Because that's not, you read any fucking Batman story, his first few years, that's him. He doesn't get to be Bruce Wayne as you want to see Bruce Wayne or Batman as you would like to see Batman until way later on. So you can't tell an early story and make that make sense.
And a lot of us are used to that animated series Batman where he was like in the thick of things when we first saw him.
Okay. But the thing is, like, the Bruce Wayne they shown was just a Batman without his fucking Gollum ring.
But yes,
that's a funny way to explain it. But I hear what you're saying.
Yes,
son.
But again, what I would surmise is if you read Batman, that is Batman. Bruce Wayne is the fictional character.
I know, I get it, but it's one of those. It's also one of those things. Like, you do have to live life, Bruce. Like, he went out he went out to a fucking funeral and everybody won and he's just walking and then he disappears during the thing and comes back as Batman and it's just one of those things. It's like there is, all right, I get it, but Bruce Wayne is just as much a character as Batman is in any movie.
But we're looking at a point in his life when it wasn't the case.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the wrong time.
The story they're telling.
The thing is, but also, you would have liked it if they got there a little quicker.
No, I would. If you're gonna tell me the story that Batman is pissed off at Gotham for killing his parents, but then Bruce Wayne is just an emo child, like the fucking guy from Grandma's Boys. I am a robot. You can't see me. You're not my father. Like, that was the only shit that he had. And then he turned back into the detective. I swear to God, It was Batman and a fucking vampire because I saw Batman
You
and
letting
then Twilight.
You letting Patterson get in your
No,
mind.
I saw Batman and then Twilight because I didn't see even if he's still getting over his parents, which I can relate to, and all that other shit. It's still there is no growth. Like there was no growth of Bruce Wayne himself besides the whole. You know what? I got money.
All right, I'll give you that. Here's my take on it though. You do realize we saw, let's say, a 6-month span in this motherfucker's life. There's no growth in 6 months.
Yeah, but also there's more of the Riddler hating Gotham and trying to fix it than Batman. You know, because like I get it, year 2, he's not about changing shit. He's just a police officer that's following the leads, pretty much vigilante. But Riddler was more on some shit where it's like, yo, these niggas are corrupt. That's corrupt. Blah blah blah. And I'm gonna change shit. Where he's just on the rooftop waiting for the light to come on so he can go stop a drunk driver.
And that's what Batman was in that time.
I get it.
He was slow. I think we could to agree to disagree. He was a little slow in getting to there. I think he would again. Well, if we would have had the overlapping arc just like come through home on that third act, I think you would be saying this.
But the thing is this: you already showing me he's almost like an expert fucking detective. He's smart. He got all this stuff. Then you show me he's like a fighter, and all like he's prepared. This is a Batman. We see year 3, he's already prepared. He doesn't have all the gadgets and all other shit. That's fine. I don't need it. But just the Bruce Wayne aspect of this. The Bruce Wayne aspect of this is like, even if it was just he was Batman and went to sleep as Bruce Wayne and all that other shit, I still would have liked to see a little bit more of that, fucking Bruce Wayne in him.
Yes, that's what the sequel is gonna do because that's what they were alluding to.
And they spoke about it early in this film, like, yo, you're not gonna see much Bruce Wayne here. He's in the suit the whole time. So I get where you're coming from. And again, it was the point that I made earlier. This day and age in movies, we could be like, yo, the second movie got it. And that's not fair to say. I get that. But we are in this day and age of movie where we will see it happen in the second film because this film was about Batman getting to that point.
But here's the thing. At what point? So I get everything that Toe's saying, right? But at what point are we now not going to let the storyteller tell the story that they want to tell? If they wanted to tell the story of this point in Batman's life where he didn't get to where he was supposed to, where we know him yet, and we're seeing this leg of the journey and this leg only, and it might set up for her. At what point are we not just like, all right, that's the story they're telling? Cool. Like this whole thing where you just said, Cabs, oh, we have the privilege of the next movie gets it. Even if there is no next movie, this is what they wanted to show us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
From the very beginning they said it like,
no, I get it. Doing. I get it, but here's the thing though. Man of Steel, Justice League and all that, there was literally no Clark Kent. At no point in the movie was there a Clark Kent. If there would have been no point of Bruce Wayne or just the one point where Bruce Wayne was by Alfred's side when they blew him up, there would have been no problem. But the little bits you did give me of Sleeping Beauty, it's a problem.
But that's the
this
point,
is the opposite of Watchmen. The more I watch Watchmen, the more I can accept the movie for what it is. The more I watch the Batman, the more I'm like, wait a minute,
dude. I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna put this out here. Take the animated show out of your mind.
It's hard.
Yeah. Take the animated show out of your mind. At what point in any movie did you walk in to see Bruce Wayne?
The Christian Bale. You said that he played the best Bruce Wayne that we ever seen.
Yeah. But I never walked in to see Bruce Wayne. Nobody goes to a Batman movie to see Bruce Wayne. The same thing. Nobody. You want to see Clark Kent? Watch Christopher Reeve's Superman.
Oh,
you know what Christopher Reeve's Superman is?
A goof.
Boring.
Yeah, it
They're
sucks.
good.
I don't like it.
The first one's a good movie, but there's no action in it.
No, I get, but that was back in the day.
No. Back in the day, what? Back in the day, they were making Rambo had somewhat
Hey.
little action in it. Was a fucking better movie, better characters.
No, I get it.
My point is, if you look at the movies throughout, anytime you're sitting there like, yo, that was a good depiction. It has nothing to do with the alter ego. It's the character we come to see on the tin. The only reason you even have a liking for Bruce Wayne is because the animated series they had the ability to take their time to tell longer form stories. They had the ability to go, hey,
Perfect.
I have an idea. What if we do an episode without Batman in it, without the cowl, and let's explore this? If that show never came out, because nobody was talking about this in 1989 or 1991 with Batman and Batman Returns. Nobody was talking about that. Look at Michael Keaton.
Sorry.
Michael Keaton, literally. You want to talk about, Batman could be better for the city. Michael Keaton literally grabbed a fucking golf club.
You want to get nuts?
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. What the? That's Batman. He just didn't have his mask on.
To be fair, he was trying to get out of a real sticky situation. But yeah, that was unhinged. Unhinged for sure.
And the only reason I say Christian Bale played the best Bruce Wayne
Because
is because again, yeah, but that was the act.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you saw Bruce Wayne, he had to act in front of the board. He had to act in front of Rachel.
Money.
He had to act in front of the crowd. He had to put on the performance. At no point in any of these movies do you get to see a genuine Bruce Wayne like you do in the animated series. Because that's never the point. If you read a Batman comic, you seldom ever get a fucking genuine Bruce Wayne. He's always in the fucking mask. Even his other fucking, even his other people, Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, they all make comments about how he's always in that fucking mask.
You know what's funny, Cap? You know what's funny, Cap, too? Like, even in the animated series, we do get to see him as Bruce, but honestly speaking, I don't think you get a real deal Bruce until like Mask of the Phantasm, when you actually like see him in love with, and not some bullshit. Like someone actually like got him rattled as Bruce and as Batman, son. So like,
but
yeah.
Here's the
By
thing,
the way,
though.
Mask of the Phantasm, 10 out of fucking 10. The best Batman movie in the freaking world. I don't care what anybody tells me.
Word. Now, here's the thing, though. Robert Pattinson, his Bruce Wayne, he didn't give off a Batman vibe neither.
Well, he gave off a Batman vibe while he was in the suit.
I'm talking about his Bruce Wayne didn't give off a Batman vibe.
Yeah, his Bruce Wayne was supposed to be the recluse, the low key, don't notice me. Because in this, for the story
Bruce
they were
Wayne
telling,
seemed like a fucking the emo rich kid.
It was whiny. It was whiny.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne serves two purposes, right? Bruce Wayne is either the guy that you're talking about, in which people look at him and go, he can never be Batman. Or he's the guy Robert Pattinson portrayed, in which you look at him and go, that dude's not fucking Batman. That dude he probably pisses in fucking cups sitting next to his chair and shit. Like, again, the main purpose of Bruce is so you don't suspect him as Batman. It's seldom ever a story. It's like right now, if you take Daredevil, you could do Daredevil Born Again without him ever putting on the suit and just have him be Matt Murdock and have him be in the courtroom the entire series. And that would be an amazing 10 out of 10 series, and that would be true to life to the character. You can't do that with Batman. You can't give me 6 episodes, 10 episodes of just Bruce Wayne. It doesn't work. That'd be like, that is the true Chekhov's gun. you'd be sitting there like, when's he gonna put on the suit? When's he gonna put on the suit? So, yeah, you would have liked to see the characterization of Bruce a little bit more defined. But again, I'm gonna say that wasn't the point of this movie.
Yeah.
And the last act that it seems like the majority of people don't like, him seeing that situation and leading the people out, and him standing in the rubble, and what he said to Alfred after Alfred got blown up and all that shit he learned, that's the beginning of when he learns, okay, I got to start putting this shit together in a different light. And that's when we start to, from that point on, is when we start to get rolling on the Batman that you would like to see. But if you go back, read Batman Year One or Batman, any of the early, when they depict him in the early, that's the Batman you get. That's the Batman you get. He's not figuring out. They don't have him out there partying up like Bruce or coming to terms and being altruistic. That's not him. That's why Dick Grayson, Nightwing, is the preferred fucking hero of the entire Bat family. The Justice League prefers him. The Teen Titans prefer him. Other fucking superheroes prefer him because he is the characterization you're looking for. Whether you, anytime you pick up a Nightwing comic, what you want specifically is what you get with him.
He's Batman without the problems.
Yeah.
And without the money. But, you know, he's Batman without the issues. Can I ask you a question, Toe? Since we're cleaning house, would you like Patterson to be recast?
Yeah.
Oh, Patterson seems to be what they're
that's the one that they're harping on the most.
Right,
that's
so
what they want.
Here's the thing.
So and this is just me trying to bring it back to the conversation.
No, I get it. Here's the thing. In that terms, I don't want Patterson to be recast, but I don't want them using that same, right? Like,
you'll get a different Bruce Wayne in the next one. Promise. You will like the next one better than you did the first. I guarantee.
Right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
No, for him.
You can have Patterson as Batman, because as much as I give him shit for Bruce Wayne, he played a good Batman. But I don't want the other shit that came with it. Like, Falcone seemed good. Catwoman seemed a little
the milk really bothered you.
Well, also because that's
her friends,
that
the boots, everything.
Yeah, that wasn't really. They insert person here and then just made a different character. But the what really fucking pissed me off is the Riddler didn't look like the Riddler. The Joker didn't act like the Joker. Like, you can have.
We didn't see the Joker much.
No, well, the Joker was in that extended scene, the deleted scene. But if you put Patterson in a Batman, what am I looking for? Atmosphere, where, okay, the Riddler doesn't need to wear green spandex, but he has to look like he's, actually a Riddler, or because it's one of those things like you make a real reason, like Gotham is supposed to be the Bronx or Chicago or something. Right? And you got psychopaths running around, Batman included. You're telling me that we can't believe that somebody's running around with question marks on himself calling him the Riddler?
Yeah, for sure. I hear that.
I can believe that. If you got a Joker running around with face paint and purple hair, I can believe that.
I would have been okay without the question marks. Like, yo, the Riddler in the Gotham TV show was not bad. He just wore green suits.
Yeah, I don't.
With a nice hat.
My thing is like,
I'm not even mad at the look. I was mad at the screaming.
Yeah, that too.
That's the only thing that got me is his
the look. The look bothered me.
It,
but this whole, like, bro, the thing about the Riddler is that the Riddler was so smart and cool and collected. To see him spaz out over these minuscule things, like, I don't know, homie.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. My thing is this. Imagine if Baron Zemo
I'm getting some blur off here, bro.
Walked around with Timberlands, jeans, work gloves, and a hard hat. and that's Baron Zemo.
You see these dogs in your front yard? Just know upstairs I'm going hard.
Bing bang.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I see this shit. It's like I'm mad at the movie.
Yeah,
And not
you
really
are.
mad at Patterson.
You are.
Because it's like, we're gonna give you Batman. We're gonna
But
give you the
you're
Batman.
taking it out on him because it's called the Batman, though.
Yeah.
I hear you.
We're gonna give you Batman, and Cap literally just fucking pointed out how this was the best imitation of the second year Batman that we're ever gonna get. But then everything else is fucked up.
There were some problems. There's
Everything
always
like
problems.
the Riddler shit is fucked up. Like we're not like put him in something that's actually gonna remind me that this is a Batman movie. If you're gonna call him the Riddler, we know what the Riddler looks like. We know, like, if you come out with Bane and he looks like Benicio del Toro, sorry, I'm not gonna, unless he fucking grows with the venom and has a mask on when he's fucking the bad guy. I'm not gonna buy that as Bane. No matter how good of an actor he is.
You know what I wish they would have done with Catwoman? I wish Catwoman's motivations weren't her friends. I wish that Catwoman's motivations were just plain and simple, just to get at the Falcons, just to steal some bread, which is her. That's her. When we first meet Catwoman in the animated series, she's just stealing shit.
And
there's no personal relationships to anything. She's just robbing shit.
And she's always using Batman. She's always flirting with Batman and trying to get Batman to drop his guard so she can leave.
It's funny because she uses him sometimes.
Yeah.
To get to the, like, she's expecting him to show up, break something and open it so that she could get in, get it, and then ride out. It's so funny.
That's why I hate the milk.
It's so you dislike the milk.
It's that whole scene.
Here's the thing. If you've never seen Batman the Animated Series, would you care? Because because here's the thing. Again, it's the same with like the X-Men or with that. You're coming more from the animated shows first.
I read a lot of Batman though.
No, I'm talking to Toe right now. The Riddler, my only problem is they didn't tell us if he was autistic or on a spectrum or anything. So him playing that way and doing the random yelling and that shit was off-putting. All right? As far as the look of him, you have a guy running around in a bat suit. For the type of atmosphere that they're going for and the actor they picked, it would make sense that if this is the first time you're doing it, you're gonna try to match. Oh, he's wearing a bat suit, so I gotta outmatch that. I'll put on all this shit. Because even Paul Dano, the actor, said that he put himself in that because in his mind, if Edward Nygma or Edward Crane, whatever version they went with the Riddler, I forget what they called him in the movie. He said his choice to put himself like that was if he was going to commit a crime, the one way you don't leave DNA is if you wrap yourself up. So he chose his look, not because that's the Riddler look, but because in this world, you would cover your hands, your face, all that shit, so you don't leave DNA back at the crime scene so they can't find you. Theoretically, right? So you take out the screaming shit, right? And you let him do this. And he realizes, okay, I can't do what he does. The next time you see him, he'll put on the suit. He'll do something else.
You know something?
Now he's learned.
Listen, I get it, and you make perfect arguments, but the only thing you're telling me is wait until part 2.
No. I'm not saying
no. But this is the thing, though. Like, it's not you. It's what these characters are saying. Like, they're saying you're not gonna get Bruce Wayne. This is the first year for Riddler. and this is put this on, and he'll eventually turn into the guy you want, and blah blah blah. Okay, as a veteran of a Batman, universe, I'll wait until this shit gets settled. Right now, you made me coffee. I'm gonna wait until it gets hot. So Batman 3 or 4, then I might take a peek at it. Because all you're doing is challenging my intelligence and wasting my fucking time. And it's not you. It's the way I feel about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak for anybody else, but how I'm feeling.
Maybe you didn't like the
right now.
direction. Maybe you didn't like the direction.
Because they never explain that. It's always, you have to assume everything, except for when it comes to Batman.
They never explained what.
Everybody wants that though.
But
people
here's the
are
thing,
sick
though.
of the origin.
Here's the thing, though.
Explain?
Why he looked like that until you just said that's why he said it shocker
Riddler.
to everyone. Shocker to everyone. I don't watch any of the interviews. I don't watch the fucking commercials. I don't watch the shit after I watch the movie. The movie needs to explain shit to me. But here's the thing, though. My counter offer. I get why he did it, to kill people. But to put your face on the internet, it's good to have a symbol, right? To be to have a symbol so people can follow you, kind of like the Joker did with Joaquin Phoenix, where he had that Joker mask and everybody was wearing that fucking clown mask. You know what I'm saying? So now when I'm on the thing telling everybody, yo, we need to do this, here goes my question mark.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? Here goes maybe like a different type of mask or something. Like I do these crimes smart so I don't leave DNA, but on TV, this is my persona.
Yeah, but he didn't strike me as that type of caring. It's just I'm speaking to somebody, trying to get people to follow me. See, the Riddler, the problem with the Riddler, and again, I'm not trying to combat you on.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
The problem with the Riddler is the Riddler has always been.
I feel you, Cabs.
Make the Joker cute.
Shit is like.
That's the problem with the Riddler.
Did you plug it in, plug it and unplug it?
I don't know, bro. My shit's just bugging. I guess.
No, do it. Like unplug it and plug it back in. Maybe you have the software open?
It's all behind the computer. I'm just gonna let it ride.
All right. I mean, you don't
fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is make the Joker cute.
No, the Riddler has always been the Joker, but toned down.
Yeah.
The Riddler has never really been anything on his own because the Joker's the greatest villain Batman's ever had. And what is the Riddler? This same shit. He gives you a riddle instead of a joke. He has his own criminal, like.
But I always thought the Riddler was, I'm trying to prove I'm a better detective than Batman. And Bane was like, I'm superior in every way.
Smarter.
So that is depending on which depiction you read and which depiction you get. The Riddler really just started out as, the Joker comes out and tells jokes. Well, then I'm going to come out and give riddles. That's the true origin of this shit. Later on, people added more shit to it and made it deeper than what it really is. Because you said, what do you call it? You Cabs, you said something about Edward being sly and wearing the suits. He didn't start out that way. He gets bullied.
He was
his father.
Yeah.
Because he's into the puzzles and all that shit.
And even at work too.
Yeah.
He gets herbed all the time.
And his main thing was to shut his father the fuck up. And then he transferred that over to Batman. So if you're trying to get down to, like, this is what I've been saying, if you're trying to get down to who these characters actually are, that is probably a closer depiction to what the Riddler truly is that we saw. My problem, again, is the way he played it they didn't give us enough information to tell us why he screamed and why he was doing that. A little bit more information on that, and then I'll let it go.
So what you're saying? So what you're
part of the
saying
father
is
shit would have been dope in the movie. Yeah,
Huh?
that would have been dope
to see him get tortured by his father, and he did this.
Yeah, so that would have been, but they went with the route of he had something to do with the orphanage that Bruce Wayne did, so that would connect them. Because to be honest, with if you went with just some dude who got bullied by his father, like why would that lead him to show the corruption of Gotham?
Well, because maybe when he killed his father, and then Gotham started bullying him, like he lost his apartment, he lost his job. He had a government job or a city job. They lost that shit. The mayor promised some shit, and they never went on it. And he needed that to live. You know, this you can make it like the same way we are. We get fucked over all the time by these people.
Yeah.
Look. Basically,
that's a lot.
What Cap is saying is that Batman and Robin is the best depiction live action of Batman because he was right there doing it up. Nah, I'm talking shit.
First off,
hey,
it was
him and Two-Face, but you know.
No. First off, Batman Forever is the best depiction.
I like Batman. I think I like Batman Forever better than. No, yeah, that's what I meant. Forever. Sorry. The one with Riddler and Two-Face. Sorry. Batman and Robin.
No, my
Harvey, I'm Batman.
Although when Robin is driving the Batmobile and he was like, "Come take a little ride, my love machine, baby." Yo, me and my boy Ed said that from the moment that movie released to like all the way through high school. We will say that a lot. Now, okay, how do we fit in Batman into this multiverse shit? Because this is I feel like this is when we're at our best.
All right,
You know what I mean?
that goes with
The next question.
Yeah, we only had two questions. It was if you could dictate the direction the DCU goes, what would be the next storyline? So I mean, if we're gonna fit it in, it's kind of like how we could put them together. But you want to do how would we fit Batman, and then how would we dictate how?
No, I mean we just all roll it into one, but
okay,
man, it's just so because the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Robert Pattinson, they make the most sense linking up. It's very similar in tones to what they already had. So is James Gunn gonna go darker with this whole new thing that he's doing? I feel like we're at a race. I feel like every time with DC, we're like a time crunch. I feel like they're always, unfortunately, going to be playing catch up. So it's like, is whatever they do going to feel rushed?
It depends on the first.
How much
movie
time?
they do.
Okay, so then the real question: how much time we got, Cap?
It depends on the first movie they do.
I'm gonna look up because there was an article about that. I said that realistically, 5 years.
Okay.
That was my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually gonna look it up because there was an article that I was just about to read.
Okay, so I hit the nail on the head. Get it? Yeah, because so that's my thing. It's like I just don't want it to feel rushed, and it's like there's so much expectations and things that have been happening already, and shows that we've cut and movies that we've cut, and we have this crazy Flash movie that is at the epicenter of all of this. So let's get through the Flash movie. Let's clear everything. And let's just slow the fuck down, DC. Let's just slow it down a little bit. Focus on the good stuff that we have. Like, do we? And you're right, Cap. They love Pattinson. They love him. That's what they want to fuck with. So it's like, how do we bring it in? Go ahead, Reed.
So there's not a definitive number. There's just a response from James Gunn. Somebody asked how many projects will be announced in January, more or less. And James Gunn said a few. So come at the beginning of the year, we're going to find out what are the projects they're going to be starting with.
So what project? Okay.
And in my estimation, because knowing how movies are and how everything's going to be, I'm going to say within 5 years, we're going to see phase 1.
Complete or start?
We're going to be in the middle of phase 1.
Okay.
I'm going to say because we should be 3 to 4, depending on how fast they want to put these out. 3 to 4 movies in, and we should be seeing the direction they're going in.
So who do we start with?
James Gunn is starting with Superman.
All right, so but who would you start with?
Well, I would. All right, so if I'm answering the question, we already started with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman is our starting point.
Okay.
If I'm James Gunn, I turn around and make my Superman movie Superman Year 1 or Superman Year 2, where he looks over and he hears about what's going on in Gotham and hears about vengeance and all that. Sees that there's crime and shit happening in Metropolis. It might not be as bad, but there's still crime he can help out with. And then he learns to deal with his shit. So we don't get a true origin, but we also don't get something where we jump in and he's already been doing this for 18 years. We get a nice middle ground where he's new enough that if he makes a mistake, it's believable, but good enough that the mistakes are minimal and not all the time. And then you link that into, at the end, no Batman versus Superman.
I was gonna just ask, do we have friction between Batman and Superman, or do we have them working together? Kind of uneasy alliance.
We don't have them working together. We don't have them anything. We have them meet up just for Superman to turn around and go, hey, I think there's a better way to do this. And Batman goes, I don't think you're doing it right.
Yeah.
And we end not in a direction of, oh, they're going to team up and do whatever. We end with, it's something that hasn't been done to my knowledge. We just end with, they now have a working knowledge of each other.
They got their eye on each other. Yeah.
So they can go do their own thing, but we know that in the background, they've been keeping tabs. So that when they do a team up of a Justice League or anything, they already have a working knowledge. And we can even do a thing where in the first Justice League movie, somebody makes a comment about them and you flash back and you see them actually having the conversation that we knew was going on, but we didn't get to see.
So Leon, apparently, like, out of all of it's a clean sweep right now with the DCEU, but the only people they really fucking with is Pattinson and Joker.
So the Joker one is not part of what's his name's plan.
Okay.
From what I've heard.
But Pattinson is like at the forefront.
Yeah, so the rumors going on that Pattinson is going to be the main jumping point. Gunn is doing his Superman movie.
Okay.
The Shazam, Aquaman, Flash, and Joker movie, they were already greenlit. They're just going to happen. And whatever happens with them, happens with them. Shazam, right? Zachary Levi, they asked him about this whole shit, and he just said his only response was, I'm Gucci.
Yeah, I got paid. I got paid.
I don't know if that means he doesn't give a shit either way, or if he's already been told he was good. The big sticking point is the Flashpoint movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I've said multiple times, the reports coming out on that movie is probably the greatest thing anybody's ever going to see in their life.
Are you still not going to watch it?
No. I'm not going to watch it.
I respect that.
I don't dude, I'm not going to watch Avatar 2. So
bro, it was funny. We was at work. I was at work and somebody was like, "Hey, is anybody going to go see Avatar?" I was like, "That shit came out?" Yo, yeah. I have the first Avatar was like, but it really like it was.
It was the 3D. It was the 3D.
But you know what's funny? I saw an article that said the Avatar movie has way better CGI than anything Marvel has done. And I'm like, yeah, because that's all they're focusing on. Like,
Yo, they took 20 years to make this movie, not 6
Yeah.
months. Like,
yeah, like
Yeah,
it
so-
better have good CGI. Shit.
no, for real. So, Cap, who did you say you would start it off with? Superman also?
I would start it with Superman.
Superman year 2.
Yeah. That way we don't need an origin again. And again,
Okay.
we gotta pick a time in his life where we could see him make a mistake and grow and it'd
Yeah.
be believable. Because if he's been doing this for 20 years when we catch up to him, we're like, dude, how the fuck you make that mistake? You should have learned that lesson.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so
James Gunn wants to go a little younger anyway, so
all right. So, Cabs, who would you start with?
I would like, me personally, I don't necessarily think it has to be a specific character. I don't know how you would do something like this, but I would like to start off with a notion of there being super people out there that can one day come together. I don't want you to do Justice League within your second or third project, but I want you to pick a middle ground as to where we can see some of these people doing their thing. We can all acknowledge presence, but everyone's still doing their thing. So, like, at the core of everything, we know that this is going to be the team, right? But we have someone over here, we have someone over there. Because to me, that was the main problem with the DCU, which was rushing. No character building. We had Wonder Woman, we had Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, did we get Aquaman after Justice League? We did,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know where we would start off. I don't know if you want to start off with a Superman. Maybe we start off with another Batman. I don't know what it is, but what I want is a hub. I want a hub
I get it.
that acknowledges everyone is out there, but
Would
everyone
you-
is separately doing their thing.
would you accept this before you go? Would you accept a movie of, let's say, Amanda Waller, whoever wound up playing her?
So working off like Suicide Squad and shit.
No. Well, you could put any version of Amanda Waller.
Like a government movie?
Okay.
Yeah. Would you accept a movie with Amanda Waller talking to somebody and gathering information and talking about like Task Force X type shit?
Yeah, like
And the
on
whole
some
movie-
Tony Stark shit.
The whole movie is them turning around and going, do you see what's going on in Metropolis? We got
Yeah.
a man flying. Do you see what's
Yes.
going on in Gotham? Do you
Yes.
see what's going on? And the whole movie, the purpose of the movie is basically what you're saying,
1,000,000%.
is to establish the world
Yes.
without having to do origin stories for every single person.
Let's build a world. Let's get a central hub
Okay.
where we acknowledge what's going on everywhere. That's where we start off, because we didn't have that, and then all of a sudden we got a Justice League movie. What?
Yeah. So
Remember, BVS was essentially Civil War, but we had 8 years of build up to Civil War. What is
Yeah.
going on with everyone?
so all right. I got an idea that's kind of close to what you got,
Thank you, Leon.
but I got something of a beginning of a Justice League movie where it's John Jones
Okay.
and a Green Lantern.
You love the lanterns.
Not I was gonna call
Hal?
him Henry Cavill. Yeah,
Not
not Hal
Cavill.
Jordan.
No.
Not any Sinestro. Let's say Sinestro.
Damn, we just jumping into it like that?
Yeah, where they're fighting a being from Darkseid, and the whole thing is in space and all that other shit. But you know, they know that John Jones is the protector of the planet from outer realms. Like he's on Mars. He's hiding from these people, but it's one of those. He sees some shit coming. He's protecting it because he got investments on Earth. He helps out the Lantern defeat one of the major shits that actually wiped out most of the Lantern Corps.
Mm-hmm.
and Sinestro turns his back on who the people that lead their version of the Watchers.
The people up on Oa.
Yeah,
I think they're called the Guardians. Actually,
let's say the Guardians, right? Sinestro turns his back on them and finds the yellow ring, and then he goes, he leaves, and John Jones like, yo, this nigga's a threat, but there's a bigger threat coming, and maybe Darkseid or maybe someone else like Doomsday or some shit. And John Jones goes back onto back onto Earth, where he's like, yo, I can't do this shit on my own.
Yeah.
And he sees a ring fly to Earth. Maybe he sees the fucking Superman shuttle landing on Earth. Or he saw it come, so he knew there was an alien on the planet, and he's been watching. That's his investment. He's like, yo, if somebody's coming for this, I got to protect them because, he sees that this is a kid. Like he's been around Superman as as he's being raised to watch him to make sure that he's not a threat. He sees Bruce and Batman, taking care of Gotham. He knows about Wonder Woman and the Flash, and he's the one that goes, we need to build a team. Like so
to me, this sounds like a Martian Manhunter movie.
Yeah,
let him be up in space, looking down, seeing everything that's going on, and start putting the pieces together. And it's like, I can't do this shit, but I got the right person that could. And then you go talk to Patterson to put the team together.
Yeah, it's one of those that there's super people around. He knows there's super people around.
Facts.
And he knows that the greatest protection that this planet has is Superman, the mind of Batman. He can feel Wonder Woman. Maybe we just turned the Flash on, and he's seen the power of the Lantern, and he's like, if that ring chose Hal Jordan or John Stewart, whichever version you want to put in there, then I know I can trust this guy.
So you want to start cosmic first? Yeah,
I want to start. There's a threat. And there's a reason why someone knows about everyone. And then you can go into year 2 of Superman and all that other stuff. And then you can, like I said, you can have one character. It doesn't need to be the Martian, but one character that's always in the background. Like there's a scene, Superman just saves somebody and everybody's in the back like, yeah, cheering, but there's one guy that's not cheering. And then in Gotham, like there's reporters and then there's one guy just saying that it's the same guy. It's like, oh, that's John Jones. Like they don't make too much drama, but it's like if you catch him, this guy's been in everything. This guy's been in everything, like the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
He's there, and then when shit happens, you don't get Amanda Waller going, "Yo, we need you to defend the planet." It's John Jones.
You know what happens? You know what happens when you do that, too? You get people talking, which is one of the best things about early MCU is the talk. The talk of everything, the Easter eggs. What are we seeing? Who do we constantly see? What are our recurring themes? I like that. I like it.
And that it's one of those things. It's like we know these people are out there, and we know that it's not gonna take any time. But we see the guy putting together the plan. And if you want to show that John Jones is just as strong as Superman, this is how you would do it in his own movie. But then you're like, yo, this fucking guy is smart also. And then
we just start off the new James Gunn DCU with a fucking lantern.
Yeah, and dude, and who's to say that Sinestro isn't the fucking big bad that they have to come together, or maybe 2 of them come together to fight.
And we can build up to Darkseid and not rush it.
Yeah, because it could be Sinestro comes to take John Stewart, but John Stewart is fighting fucking the Flash. It could be like the Flash is new and they bump into each other and it's the Flash versus Green Lantern. Like, yo, hold wait. Nah, this is a dude, like, you're not a fucking villain. What are you doing? Like, oh, we're protecting the same shit. And then Sinestro comes like, well, I got to save this motherfucker. And, boom. And no one knows about this. Superman don't know about nothing that's happening in Star City or whatever the fuck, Central City where the Flash is and shit.
But there's eyes everywhere, though.
But Manhunter knows.
Yeah. Maybe we just blow it out the water with some brand new character we ain't never seen or announced at least.
And I would do something that everybody wishes that the MCU would do. Clark is reading the newspaper from Lois Lane, and there's a fucking actual fucking story. A man with a man in a green suit and a red streak fight off some yellow dude.
Yeah.
And then Clark's like, you see this shit? People are going crazy now. Like, he doesn't believe it. And Batman has all of these, stories or all these reports up on one wall. But then he's handling his business. It's one of those, I got you in my sights, but I'm doing my thing.
But I gotta do my thing. And that's exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Like, we don't have to bring everybody together right away, but there needs to be a quick acknowledgement of the fact that there are other super folks around. We got Wonder Woman maybe bouncing back from the Amazonians and coming over here. And I'm with it. It's funny because I don't like not that I don't like, let me rephrase that. When it comes to Marvel, when it comes to like the pecking order, like all of the cosmic shit is, besides Miss Marvel, maybe I'm not with it. But like when it comes to the DCEU, like, give me all the cosmic shit. Because we're so used to ground level villains over there. Yep. Let's fucking start from up there and work our fucking way down. Yeah, I like it. I like it very much. Yeah. What do you think, Cap? How do you start? I mean,
I said already with the.
What would you tweak in what I said?
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Trying to think here because on the surface, your idea is not bad. There's nothing that I would need to tweak or anything. It's just the general audience.
You ground us, though. You ground us, though. You see, you let us know where the holes are.
Because I'm thinking, anytime we have a discussion like this,
you think
my brain now has to turn around and go, fuck me being the comic book fan. I got to come at this as just a movie watcher.
Yes.
And show, and anybody who doesn't read the trades or doesn't do anything is going to be confused as fuck. Because they've never mentioned Martian before. They never mentioned any of these guys. So if you didn't watch, if you didn't watch the Zack Snyder version, you don't know who John Jones is. So to see a movie, good.
Well, I was gonna say this would be not his origin story, but this would be his introduction story to the.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to tell people who don't know who this guy is. We just have a green guy sitting up there, who, one, he's been around so long that he's seen.
Everything
Superman, that he's seen Superman ship land 20-something years ago, and he's still like, how old was he then? And again,
I know
for me, your movie makes sense, but for a general audience who's sitting down going, okay, we already know Superman, we already know Batman, we already know Wonder Woman. This is the DC characters. They told us this is the shit we already know. You sit down for the first one, and it's a character they don't know. Because he hasn't been depicted unless you watch the CW shows or some of the cartoons. He's been around this whole time. And then you're going to get people like Show asking, oh, well, if he's been around before, was he around in the other ones? Was he around when this shit happened? Like, for the casual audience, starting with that case,
if that's the case, I'm sorry to cut you off, but if that's the case, then I think the first priority would be to make it evident that this is just a restart, and which is what I think we're gonna get with Flash. Yeah. But like, just make it evident. This is a restart. You don't gotta make it comforting to people where it's like, yo, bro, you don't gotta watch any of this shit before. Start from this Flash
You-
movie.
You know what you could do? In all honesty, you can have this John Jones come from another universe where he knows about these heroes, right? Where, like, let's say the beginning of the movie, the first 20 minutes is him in a battle with the original Green Lantern that has nothing to do with the core, with the original Flash that only had the speed of Hermes, with the original Batman that was blue and gray, the Superman that can only leap a tall building in a single bound,
I
and
like
then
that.
and he's fighting with them. So that would one show how comparable to this Superman, he's weaker, but he still has awesome powers. So that way, when people go, "Oh, but his powers are similar to Superman. He has the same strength and all that." Yeah, he had the same strength as the Superman that can stop a speeding bullet. That's faster than a locomotive and all that. Those battles, right? He's battling, let's say, Darkseid or whoever else, and do shit. And for some reason, he gets saved or he finds a way to go to a different dimension, and his dimension or his Earth or whatever you want to call his universe gets destroyed. And he's here now and he's looking for a Green Lantern, a Flash, a Superman, and he finds totally different versions of them.
All right.
But he's
That would-
looking in the background while movies are being built until we can get his like the come together. Because the thing
Yeah.
is, I get where you're coming from, and it sounds great, but I also get where Cap is coming from, that you don't want to scare people. It's like, oh, here we go again with all of this bullshit. So it's like, I guess where I'm coming from mostly is just James Gunn, DCEU, take your time. Your biggest problem was that you were trying to catch up to Marvel. There's no Marvel to catch up to now. They're running laps.
Yeah.
They're running laps. Let's focus on the people that are there for you and that have been there for you and that are okay with you doing this, like this whole New 52. Like, we're just restarting. Take your time. Build these characters. Give characters a movie. I would like to see, before we get to the Justice League, I would like to see everyone get one movie at least, bro. One flick. Just
Yeah.
one. Give us a good Flash.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do Flash for after, because he's the restart point. But like,
Yeah.
give us a good Wonder Woman. Give us a good give us a good Batman. This will be the Batman 2, I guess. Give us a good Aquaman.
Or-
Give us a good. Just focus on characters. Let these characters build up, because when it's Justice League and we're seeing Flash and he's doing all of his shit, like, we don't fuck with him. Like, we don't know this guy right now. So let everyone just build up. You can have people doing their own things in their own places and then come together later. Just build these characters. The reason, and this is my last thought, the reason it's so easy for James Gunn to come in and scrap everything is because these characters haven't been that memorable.
Yeah.
That's it. Make them memorable. Focus on the characters, and then whatever group you got, whatever big bad you got, will write itself when you got these crazy characters that we care for. Yo, when the Avengers first came out, we had origins on everyone. So when Loki came up and was such a menacing threat that actually got these people at ends with each other, it just made it feel that much better, where it's like, damn, Loki got these kids tripping. And then they come together and all of that stuff. Like, let these characters build. That's all you need to do.
So, two things. One, in order to do that, the first Iron Man came out in 2008.
Yeah.
First Avengers came out in 2012.
2012.
So that's 4 years.
4 years. You said 5.
Yeah. So you got to allow them time.
Yeah,
right?
Take. There's no race. There's no catching up to the
6
MCU.
months.
Yeah, there's no catching up to the MCU anymore.
You got 6 months. I want 3 movies.
You want 3 movies? Bro, there's no catching up anymore.
Yeah.
I would have rather taken. I would have rather taken. And please let me know if you agree with me or not. I would have rather taken a Batman film than a BVS. I would have just taken a Ben Affleck Batman than a BVS.
Yeah, with like Superman coming at the end,
Yeah.
or
Or
Batman going to
and
see.
exactly what we were talking about though, where it's like
Yeah.
Superman shows up at the end of the Batman movie, and it's like, hey man, I see what the hell you've been doing. I heard about this Joker guy, or whatever villain Batman faced. Like, yo, I heard about it. I heard he was kind of wild, and I heard that you had to get really down and dirty to do this, but you need to chill. And Batman's like, get the fuck out of Gotham, bro.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh,
Build
yo,
these characters, James. Just do
yo,
that for me.
And it would first off, Taquan, where the fuck you been, bro? We almost done with this. Where the fuck you been?
For real, Ty.
Yeah. Yo, but how cool would this shit have been?
My bad, Ty. I haven't been here for the last couple of weeks.
Yo, Kaz, how cool would this been? Oh, both of y'all. We get Batman 2, and this one he's more mature. He's more like stone cold Batman, but smart, whatever. We get the closer to Batman. Superman comes in. He's like, yo, you can't be doing this shit. Like, I'm gonna, whatever, right? And Batman goes, you don't think I do my homework, huh? And pulls out a piece of kryptonite.
I know exactly who you are, homie. Yeah.
I know about you.
I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of Gotham, bro.
Like you do the line, like, you come here pretending you know me. I know who you are.
I actually know who you are. Get the fuck out of Gotham.
Yeah, and Superman's like, what the fuck? And it's one of those, we just end it there. You know?
Movies are not brave enough for just the ending. Like, I'm down if you just end shit. Infinity War just ended. They took out, and yes, I know we all knew that these people were gonna come back, but Thanos snapped. 50% of these people that we've known and loved just passed away, and the movie just ended with Captain America just in disarray. The symbol of hope in Marvel, Captain America, just lost for words, doesn't know what's happening. That's powerful, fam.
Yep.
That's powerful.
And we had to sit in that for years.
For years. Yo, I went to go watch Ready Player One, and I saw the Endgame shit, and I'm like, no, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching. No, I don't want to watch anything. Bro, don't be afraid to do the bad guy ending. Don't be afraid to build these characters, James. Like, what I really want the most out of this whole thing is time for James to build a world. That's what I want the most.
And I kind of want him to change the Batman look. I didn't mind.
I loved it.
Because
I know you guys said it was just Times Square, but there was some nice hues.
Oh, yeah.
There was some nice hues on Times Square. I thought Times Square looked amazing.
It made it feel huge.
It made it made it feel like Gotham.
Yeah. And it kind of felt like a real, like, the Marvel universe made it feel like, all right, these people live in in our world. Batman was like, Gotham is a real place with a fictitious name, but it's real.
Yeah.
Marashusha, wherever the fuck Black Adam was, this is a movie lot. No matter how real we want to make this is a movie lot.
It did look like a set.
Batman versus Superman, this is a movie lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wonder Woman 1, that felt real. I want something that feels like it's actually in our real world and not a movie lot. I don't want a cartoon with real people in it. That's one thing that I don't like about Black Adam, and I don't like about most of these things. It feels so fucking fake. That's why I was like, yeah, Superman walked out of Black Adam, but unless Mercutio, that city of Mercutio, whatever the fuck, is in a different fucking planet or in a bubble on America.
Isn't that fucking Romeo's best friend?
Yeah, that's why I said it. Like, unless it's fucking Sokovia floating over the fucking planet, and that's why it looks different, I don't believe him being in any other fucking movie. You know what I'm saying?
So, okay, my last question, and we got 2 minutes. What the fuck do we do with Black Adam? We just shelf it?
Yo, so like we said, Black Adam is not in the plans.
Yeah, so we just shelf it after the
Yo,
hype.
Yo,
If you're gonna redo Shazam, I would introduce Black Adam with Shazam.
I would bring in Black Adam to the next Shazam.
here's my thing. Did we ever really need Black Adam?
We
No.
didn't, but he's here now. That's the problem. He's here now. So now there's questions.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No,
He's
what?
I mean, he came and he
But
came.
the thing is, unless you're gonna give us some crazy people to fight Superman, how many people can he fight? How many big bads can the Justice League or multiple crossovers can they have? You know,
Yeah, you never read a DC Crisis comic. they could pull
no,
one
no,
out every 10 seconds.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, for the movies, like, you know,
for the space that the DCEU is in right now is what you mean. And we could pull out a baddie. We could pull out a baddie for sure.
In all honesty, we don't need Black Adam.
But
I kind of want to Shazam, because Shazam was stolen from Marvel, but he was before Superman, right?
Captain Marvel was stolen from him. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Captain Marvel was his own thing.
Mhm.
No, I know that. Yeah, and then Marvel bought him, and then DC bought
No.
Marvel. Or
Marvel had the name. Right, Marvel used the name because they're Marvel, so they made it Captain Marvel. DC bought Captain Marvel from Fawcett Comics or something like
yeah,
that.
that's what Daquan just said. He got Google.
Yeah.
You can never tell me anything different, Daquan. You got Google.
So,
Hey Siri.
so DC bought Shazam from there, which is coincidentally he lives in Fawcett City in some of the comics, not Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But so then there was a legal battle.
Yep.
And Marvel gave the name to Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel in order to prove that they were using the name. And DC tried to sue and failed. That's why Captain Marvel is in Marvel Comics, and he's now Shazam for DC.
Not only did they lose that lawsuit, but they had to close and go out of business. And then Marvel hired some of these DC motherfuckers to come in and write for Captain Marvel, bro. Vicious.
Yeah. And if you want to know why Monica Rambeau has anything to do with this, it's because, again, just like the movie rights, they needed to have a character with that name in order to retain the rights. So when Carol Danvers was off doing some other shit, Monica Rambeau, she's Captain Marvel now.
Yeah.
And then that led into her being Spectrum, and that led into her having a tie-in and why they're now closely related. All of it was because we wanted to use the name. We have to give the name to somebody. So they were just literally, boom, here.
At the end of the day, comic books is all licensing shit and action figures. On God.
Yo, the only reason you get Thanos is because Jack Kirby was doing the New Gods and came up with Darkseid and all them shit. And DC was like, yo, I don't think this book is selling. Nobody gives a shit about it. And they got rid of him. And he came over and did it. And
Eternals.
was like, yo, you come over. And he was like, fuck it. I'm going to do the same shit. Here's my idea. Let's make it work.
And not for nothing, but like a couple weeks ago, we had people on the show that used to write back in the day for an incredible show with all that kind of shit going on. Yeah. And they just sent us the best gift of all time.
There you go.
Dog. That shit is sick. Oh my God. Can you put it a little closer to the cam? Oh, that shit is so... I'm going to frame that, kid. I'm framing that. And they signed it.
Yeah.
Saban Entertainment, fam. Oh.
Yo, if you don't get one, I swear to God, I will copy this shit and send it to you.
That's so good, man. I can't believe they gave us that. I can't believe that. What did it come in? It was like a manila envelope?
No, it came in a white one. It came in this.
I don't have that in my mailbox. I'm gonna go
Like-
check right now. We done. I'm gonna literally go check right now.
That's the.
Oh my!
It literally says previously on X-Men.
Chat, how good is that? Did they send that to other people, or did they just send it to us?
I've never seen anybody else post this shit up. Or,
I'm gonna look.
like,
Yo,
Maybe
I just have
I
to,
did, Ty. I did twice.
I just had to point out that there's a correction. The timing was a little off. Monica was first
Yeah.
with Captain Marvel, and then. But again,
You know something?
they just gave her the name.
Ty
Just
knows
on
everything, bro.
happenstance.
yeah.
Ty knows everything.
Google. Yo, so there's a PO box here. So I'm thinking I might just send them like a Knucklehead shirt, or see if I could get the
Something.
X-Men font and just put Knucklehead in the X-Men font and send it.
Previously on Knucklehead.
That'd be dope.
That would be sick. That would be good. All right. But damn, that was, oh my God, those people are so nice.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so nice. Oh my God. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean-
can't believe they sent that.
I can't either. I
You
thought
saw
it was
the
going to be
date-
like
you
a
saw
hat.
the date on that shit?
March 12th, 1992.
I was 7. It was 30 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. It's funny because of the timing of the year and where birthdays fall. I was 6
Yep.
because my birthday's in September, so I wouldn't have turned 7 yet.
Okay. Yeah.
I was 4.
Yeah, we're all old. Yo, bro, they really looked out, Ty. That's probably the best Christmas present I've ever gotten in my life. Well, I gotten some pretty cool stuff for Christmas.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, oh shit, where is it?
He's about to show us what he got us son.
Is it quintessential for them to start with Superman or Batman to redo this whole?
This was given to me by a very special person. Demon Slayer is an anime that I love. So they turned me and my son into Demon Slayer characters.
Yo, that's fucking
Oh,
dope.
that's fucking cool.
So the pictures, so they went on my Instagram, and y'all know who it is. She's been helping the Nukkle podcast.
Yeah.
So they got old pictures of me. So I don't have my beard, I just have the goatee. And my son doesn't have like his curly hair, but that shit is sick. This is one of the best presents I've ever got in my life.
No, yeah, that shit is fire.
Yeah, man. And Demon Slayer, I love that anime, so it's been good.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
One last thing. Yo, the new job that I got, they gave me a Surface 4 Pro to work with, bro.
Oh shit.
They've not the best laptop, but this is $1,000, kid.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy laptop. All right.
Yo, I'm currently on a Surface,
I
the
know.
Surface 7. I would be pissed if they gave me that.
Well, no, the
I mean,
difference
it's-
between that's the actual laptop.
Yeah, it's a
It's not
laptop.
the tablet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
laptop, not a tablet.
All right.
Yeah.
'Cause I was gonna say I might have just fucking quit that job. They hand me this shit again.
Nah, I mean it's a free laptop.
Yo, you know something? John Cena can play Superman. He just ain't gonna be very good at it. I think he's gonna be better for Peacemaker or a comedy dude or something.
And on that note,
Well, all right. I was asking Cat before you came back.
Stupid.
I was asking Cat before you came back. Do you think that it is what I say quintessential
Yes.
for James Gunn to start with either Superman or Batman movie for his new universe?
I would say yes, and it's
Yeah.
because of something you said. You have to establish your version of these characters,
Yes.
and the biggest characters you got is Batman and Superman. Those are the
That's how you establish the world.
dude. When it comes to DC, You come to see Batman and Superman, you stay to see everybody else.
100%.
Okay.
That's how you establish the world. 100%.
So you can't do what Marvel did and start with Iron Man.
Well, no, because DC has the rights to all of its characters, so it wouldn't make sense to take.
Okay.
Remember, they only did the Iron Man because
Now-
that's who they could get
Now,
at
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
if Henry Cavill was still playing Superman, you could start with your Iron Man. You could start with whoever you want
Yeah.
because we already have a Superman established. But again, that goes off our argument. You wouldn't like that because that plays off of what he has already done, and you didn't want him to play off of what he's already done, blah, blah, blah. So, again, to answer your question, yes, they got to start with Superman or Batman. They got to set the tone. They got to establish what their version of these characters is going to be going forward.
If you had to choose, like I know they said they want to go younger, but do you get a no name to be or a less popular name to be Superman, or
I'll
do
get
you
a-
go for
1,000,000%. I get a no name to be Superman. Let's put a new face out there.
Christopher Reeves wasn't too big when he became Superman.
At all.
He became synonymous. Brandon Roth wasn't too big when they hired him to play Christopher Reeves playing Superman. He was fine.
Henry Cavill
Henry
literally got
Cavill?
a career because of Superman.
Yeah, wasn't
Dean
too big.
Cain?
So yeah, there's not been a single person, with maybe the exception of the not what the fuck, the other guy
Nicolas
who played him
Cage.
originally.
The dude on the show.
Yeah, I think his last name is also Reeves, but I can't remember his first name right now.
Steve Reeves, the bodybuilder?
No, that dude played Hercules.
Okay.
But the guy who played Superman on the TV show.
Oh, where Ben Affleck played him in the
Yeah.
movie, the docuseries? Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Wasn't
his
it?
name
It
also
was
was
Chris.
Reeves.
It was Steve Reeves, wasn't it?
We can look it up. I thought Steve Reeves was the guy. George Reeves. There you go.
Reeves. There you go.
Steve
George
Reeves
okay.
played Hercules because that was Mom's favorite actor. George Reeves played Superman. George Reeves was a known commodity when he put on the suit. Other than that, there hasn't been a known commodity to put on the suit.
I'm always down to give a rookie a shot. Always down for that.
It
He
don't,
just has to have the look.
it don't have to be a rookie. It could be somebody with actual acting chops. But it just don't turn around and be like, hey, Bradley Cooper or Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio is finally showing up for it. Like, don't give me somebody who's a name. Don't give me somebody who we're gonna look at and go, all I see is him and not the S on his chest.
And if you want to, get someone who has been out of the game for a minute, maybe arrested a few times to do it. Because RDJ did a great Iron Man.
No. That only works because that is
Because he's Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't get somebody who's been arrested so many times and
be
tell him to play
Superman.
vanilla Superman. Like,
Okay. So here's another question. What if the dude that they get to play Superman is Spanish?
Okay.
Or what
Does he look like me?
what if James Gunn gets a black Superman? A black Clark Kent?
as long as it's not Michael B. Jordan, I'm fine.
as long as it's not Kal-El, I'm cool. Because one of the Earths has a black Superman.
No, but I'm talking about Kal-El. They just race swapped.
I don't have a problem with race swapping, but I don't know why you wouldn't just automatically go to the black Superman you do have. Why would you?
Damn it, Taekwon, stop.
Yeah, like why would you race swap when there's already a character you can put in?
Yeah, that's
That'd be like saying, oh, they made Hal Jordan black instead of just going with Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just asking for the people. The people want to know.
As long as it's not Michael B. Jordan, I'm fine.
Yo,
Hey.
you know what, Cabs? Because we haven't done this in a long time.
Here we go.
If it's not Michael B. Jordan, I won't watch it.
Yeah, then you have a good time not watching it. I'm not. Fuck Michael B. Jordan. Jonathan Majors, I'll be okay with that.
No, Jonathan Majors can't be in all the movies.
He can't though. He's that guy. He's so hot right now. He's so hot right now. He's at everything.
We're gonna burn out on him so fast that when
we are.
Dynasty comes around, like this dude is trash.
Not for nothing. He could be a good Jon Stewart.
I really hope that they don't do that so we don't burn out on him as Kang for real, because he's in everything. But it would work as a Steel. Yep.
He could be Jon Stewart.
Yo, how about DC gets its own fucking actors, Marvel get their own fucking actors, and stop this shit of everybody being in every movie.
For sure. I'm down to always put a newbie in there.
You don't see Jon Stewart right there?
Of course I do, but it's besides the point. I get it.
All I see is the man who got inflicted on to him the exact right thing that Sylvie was supposed to do at the exact right time.
And on that note,
yeah. on that note, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody. Lay, where you at? That was for you, Lay.
Where's show?
I know where Lay's at.
Yeah, I know where Lay at. All right, fellas, I'm out of here.